Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. A little tired, a little late getting started this morning. Thank God my Uber driver kept it below the speed limit.
Nice and safe. Well, I'd rather have you here safely than timely, I suppose. Does that make sense? Is that a thing?
We were on 42nd Street.
Ooh, I Broadway.
Yeah. And he's a good driver, but he was doing 23 miles an hour on an open 42nd Street.
I see. And 42nd Street isn't open that often. That's something that you really have to take advantage of.
Wide open.
Yeah.
And I could feel myself, like, you know, when you're in a car that's going slow, you can feel in your chest. Mm-hmm. You're like almost invisibly pressing. You're like, come on! Come on! I was so
You're like, just stay cool.
Frustrated.
Just stay cool.
Yeah, because I knew his energy was very slow and steady.
Right.
No rush.
Which, I can respect the energy, but maybe New York City rush hour Uber driving is not the slow and steady person's ideal profession.
No, let's just step on it.
Yeah.
Let's step
on it. Let's pick up the, let's keep it going. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
Let's get some more people in the car. Let's get the fares going.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody when I was driving here on Monday from the airport after coming in from Cleveland, it was annoying because the flight was delayed, as you know, because flight attendants, we got to the airport.
Yeah, I bashed LaGuardia, by the way, but it wasn't LaGuardia's fault.
It wasn't LaGuardia. We got to the airport, and they were just like, hey, the flight attendants called out sick, so we're waiting for more. And it's like, that doesn't seem like it should have to be my problem.
Right.
But it was my problem. The only saving grace was that they delayed it early, so when I woke up at 10 to 4, I had an alert on my phone that the flight had been delayed 40 minutes. So at least I wasn't like I had to go to the airport at 10 to 4. I could sleep until 4:25 or whatever.
Oh, you went back to sleep?
Yeah, for 25 minutes.
I could never do that when there's a flight, just in case that the lady got there on time.
Yeah, I did leave a little earlier than I had to for that very reason. But then when I got there, it was later anyway because they were waiting for these flight attendants to show up. So I'm already like, okay, the whole point was to get back here.
Yeah.
At least in time for the Ricky Gervais interview, but I'd like to be here for as much of the show as possible. And I was so happy when the guy started driving because then I'm going, it's going to take even longer to get from the airport to the studio because every minute that this flight is delayed getting into New York, we're getting into rush hour, we're getting into traffic. It's going to be such a pain in the ass. You look at the thing and you're going 15 miles. You should be there in an hour.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God. But this guy was and he's a car service guy, skipping through traffic, going around people, sliding in. He was in an Escalade, so he knew that nobody was going to fuck with him, and just sliding into lanes. I was like, God bless you.
Guys like that,
God bless you,
who are dicks. When they're your dicks and they're your driver, they're fucking the best.
It's like having Club Soda Kenny around.
Yeah.
Who's a dick to people for you, on your behalf. Yeah. It's really nice to have.
Did I tell you that time we were trying to merge into Lincoln Tunnel, going to a gig, and this guy was being such a cock and not letting Kenny in. And the guy was looking at Kenny because Kenny was trying to cut in. And Kenny rolled down his window, and the guy looked at him and Kenny went, Mister, be kind. And the guy let him in.
Of course he did. How do you not?
Mister, be kind.
Like, well, how do you fight back against that? It's the ultimate weapon.
Be kind.
A guy like Kenny who looks like Kenny, even sitting down, you know what Club Soda Kenny is.
He's a giant menace.
Yeah. Who was put on this earth to menace. That's why
Kenny's
he's here.
Menace.
Yes. And then when he says, be kind.
Mister, be kind.
Like he's 7.
Yeah.
Like, I guess I got to let him in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was sitting there. Like at one point, we were in a turning lane, and I saw on the GPS we had to turn, and he skips out of the lane. I'm going, what the fuck is this guy doing? He's going to miss the turn, because if he misses the turn, that's going to delay us 20 minutes. But instead, he skipped out of the lane, and he just went to the front of it, and then just ducked in to the front of the turning lane.
Yeah, some guys
good for you.
Don't want to be stuck.
For you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was one of those guys.
Yeah.
And he got me unstuck. It was great. I was so happy.
Shame on the person who let him in.
Exactly.
Shame on the person that allowed him to jump up to the front through the shoulder and cut in. People like that, like people who do that when everyone's in line waiting to merge onto like an off ramp. The guy that drives 30 cars up and then just cuts in. Like I do believe, like if I was in the back of that line and I saw a rifle come out of the window and blow that guy's fucking brains out, we would all just keep merging onto the fucking off ramp.
Yeah,
and it would be okay.
One of the great freedoms is that my car at this point is about a piece of shit.
Yep.
So I'm not worried about anything. If somebody looks like they're going to hit me if I don't let them in, good, hit me. What are you going to... I don't care.
No one's ever hit you, right?
No. Well, yeah, I mean, I got hit by a bus one time, but other than that, when I got a flat tire and Pete Dominic had to save my life.
Why'd you get hit by the bus?
Well, that one wasn't even being shitty. The bus, we were both in separate lanes, and the bus decided to sneak ahead and try to turn, and just completely went alongside of my car and slashed one of the tires.
Oh, okay, so he totally fucked up.
Yeah. That one was on him. But yeah, I mean, I don't care if anybody hits my car. It doesn't make any difference to me, and nobody ever does.
I haven't driven my car in a month, maybe more, maybe a month and a half.
Look at you.
I'm leasing. I'm so stupid.
Because you're money bags. You got a car. You're paying for a car. You're paying for a parking spot. It just sits there. You're just paying for a place that nobody ever touches.
It's status. Sometimes a woman will come in New York and I'll bring her down to the garage and go, "There's my baby."
Right. So anyway, let's grab a cab.
Let's go back to my house. Let me feel how wet it is. Let me feel how soaked you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, at least you never pay for gas.
That's a good point.
You just buy the car to display it.
Oh no, it's a lease.
Oh. So you just pay monthly to display a leased car?
Yeah.
Man, when you return that car, the dealership is going to love you.
Oh, yeah. They do love me, although they didn't give me a great deal on the new one. I don't know. They gave me an okay deal, but it's like the amount of miles I gave you on this car back. Come on, man.
They saw you coming.
That's right. They did.
Sucker's born every minute.
That's a very good point. Right. I am a sucker.
Yeah, you are a sucker.
You know, before this, I'm going to cut this off head it off before this gets out anyway. With this stupid scandal that my parents paid Scott Greenstein to give me this job.
Okay, I was wondering because also my parents paid Scott Greenstein. I mean, a lot of money.
Yeah, mine too.
To get this job. Yes. Yeah, no, you're right.
And my parents wanted me to have this job. They wanted their little boy to be a radio star.
And was it through phony charities?
Yes, it was.
My parents, it was through, they got me into the sports department because they made pretend I was a football player.
Did they really?
Yes, they did.
Did they actually take your head and put it onto another body?
Yes, but unfortunately it was Lawrence Taylor's body. It was not very convincing.
Thank God he had gloves on. No one knew.
Yes.
I'm so stupid. I heard the name Felicity Huffman. I'm like, I know Felicity Huffman. And then I was like, oh my fucking God, William Macy.
Oh, I knew immediately. Poor William Macy.
I can't believe I didn't recognize the name.
So, I mean, it's one of the great meme-worthy stories of the year. The two top names on this thing are Felicity Huffman and Aunt Becky from Full House.
Wow.
There's just this giant. I guess there must have been a huge sting operation that they've been working on for a year, where they've got 50 names now of people and colleges. Everybody's guilty in this thing if all these accusations are true. That colleges were working with organizations who were working with high-profile and rich people that were allowing bribes to getting kids into college through various means. Felicity Huffman's deal is that the accusation is she gave $15,000 to a fake charity, and that money would allow her kid to take the SATs with a tutor as the proctor. Like, her tutor was the proctor of the exam in a private room.
And she had more time to take it.
Oh, yeah.
And he could correct her answers.
Well, that's what it was. It's because it's your person that's in the room with you. And I think she did like 400 points better when they did it this way. So the numbers are there. And then,
how do they catch you doing that? Like, besides a sting operation, how do they catch you if it's just the two of you in the room?
Well, I think they had a person on, like, the organization is the one setting all this up. So I think they had somebody on the inside of the fake charitable organizations. It's a big network. Amazing how many people can keep a secret, right? Yeah. It's amazing how many people can. Yep. One blabbermouth. One person to sneak his way in there. But they got there by busting the whole network. Like, they figured out everything going on. And I guess it's all documented. And then Aunt Beck, tape? Yeah. I think they have her on Felicity Huffman on tape. They don't have Macy on tape. Well, they don't have... William H. Macy was not arrested for it. Felicity Huffman was, which is interesting. He's not even mentioned in the indictment. Right. No, but they were both in the meeting, I think. They said there was a meeting they went to where they were both in the meeting. Oh, yeah, he knew what was going on. Oh, of course. It was his deal. That's my deal, Wade. But wait, maybe we could say something about true coding the children? I don't know. I don't know if that one... What are you talking about? I don't know if that one makes sense now. I don't think that one correlates. But that one's a minor infraction compared to what Aunt Becky was doing. Aunt Becky had 3 kids, and she apparently paid $500,000 so that her 3 kids would be accepted onto the crew team at USC, get into USC through a crew team scholarship, even though none of her kids have ever rowed crew. So it's basically just like, how about I give you $500,000 and you let my kids into your school? And the guy that was setting all this up, you know, the middleman, like you brought up with the photoshopping, apparently there is evidence. I don't know if they're with Aunt Becky's kids, but there is evidence with at least other kids.
How does she have that much money?
Of him photoshopping.
Oh, the head, yeah.
The heads onto athletes' bodies. So that if you're going into some school to join their swim team, there's a Photoshop picture of your kid with a swimmer's body, like Michael Phelps' body.
Yeah.
And your kid's head. And it's like, see, they're a swimmer. You let them in your school. All right, let's let them in.
Now,
how does Aunt Becky have the $500K?
Like, is
she works, man.
She's still working. Okay, that's a lot of money.
She's doing Fuller House.
Oh, right.
But and Full House was a big money thing, and she's done a ton of those made-for-TV movies. She's done all kinds of guest spots on series. She still looks good.
Yeah, but
so
plus
her
husband is like a super big fashion designer.
I thought her husband was a musician / radio DJ.
You know what? That was her first husband.
Oh. Yeah, for a while she was
Cut it out.
For a while she was the co-host of Wake Up San Francisco.
Oh, Seinfeld.
Can't get anything by you. Yeah, she was a morning show host for a while. So
this is so fucking. And there was like they paid anything from with you know the 15,000, and one guy paid like 6.5 million to get his dumb kid into some school. At least there won't be any lawsuits with this for all the kids that didn't get in.
Yeah, I mean there could be a whole class action thing going on. I hope that I didn't get into NYU. You know, when I was applying to school, I feel like I'm entitled to some cash if they're just letting people in. Hopefully, all those years ago, this was still going on because I'd jump onto a class action lawsuit.
Did this happen in Harvard or no? Because the guy was arrested in Boston. The main guy was arrested in Boston.
I don't know. I really only paid attention to the famous cases.
Yeah.
I was really only focused on, and really, you know, I felt bad for Felicity Huffman and William H. Macy because William H. Macy is such a nice man.
And a great actor, let's be honest. We like him.
He's a fabulous actor. But the thing that really hooked me was the Aunt Becky thing. I wanted to know everything about what Aunt Becky is doing.
Do you know how embarrassing this is? Because you know, the chances are their fucking kids didn't know. You doubt that they said, all right, we're getting you in now. Oh, yeah, the guy, maybe except with the tutor.
Well, the tutor, and how do you not know that you're getting in for the
That's right, the crew team? Yeah, you know what? That's true.
You're not like, Mom, you know I don't play crew, right? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
shut the fuck up. Nikki, Alex, shut the fuck up.
How embarrassing is this?
What a white thing, too.
It's the whitest of things.
Sure
Crew?
Yeah.
I didn't even know what that was.
My parents tried to get me in on a karate scholarship.
How'd that go?
Not well. There was no karate course.
Yeah, you know who did crew? The Winklevoss twins.
Oh.
It's the whitest thing
Super
ever.
White.
Yeah, but also nobody's checking. If you're saying like I'm gonna get in on a football or a basketball scholarship, people actually watch football and basketball. They're gonna go, no, I watch the college games. I don't see you. If you're like I go to college to play crew, you're gonna take somebody's word for that. Nobody's checking up on that.
But wait a minute, was the crew coach in on it?
I don't know.
There were athletic directors in on it, and some of them have already been fired.
Of course.
Yeah.
Were there any university heads in on it, or was it all below
I don't know
that?
if there was any university heads, but I know that there were athletic directors, coaches involved. But Sam, you just mentioned that, like, you know, people watch basketball. They're not going to do it for basketball. One story I read yesterday was some guy's son. He was like 5'5", and he was listed as 6'1" and on a varsity high school football or high school basketball team, and he went on a basketball scholarship.
Oh, cool. Did he play?
No.
Did the little fella play?
No, he didn't.
Continued success.
You're paying.
I got to drop 2 free throws.
You're paying 6 figures, sometimes more, maybe even as much as 7 figures, to get your kid in on a scholarship. Like, what are you doing?
By the way,
and why do people this powerful? This is what was so confusing to me. If you're this powerful and have figured out a way to spend your money to get your kid ahead to this level, What are you so worried about college for? Why don't you just use that money to get him a job?
Well, that's the thing. And if you're paying $6.5 million, that means you want your kid to make $300 million. Like you have a lot of money. If you can afford that kind of money to get him into a certain school, then it's all about prestige and ego.
Like you feel like you'll set up the network here in school.
Yeah.
Connect him with the right people, and now we'll start getting into the $300, $400, $500 million territory.
Yeah, because athletic scholarships are the one thing that poor kids have going for them.
Yeah.
Like, we're academic scholarships, of course, but scholarships are the one thing that poor kids have, and then rich people are coming in
taking them.
and fucking buying the scholarships. How fucking shit is that?
It's the whole, it defies the whole reason for being of a scholarship.
Do you think people are going to like this story to run with it?
Oh my God.
Because there's celebrities involved.
It's the greatest thing ever. Plus, it's fun celebrities. It's all day on Twitter. I was looking at Fargo memes and Full House memes. Nonstop. It was the greatest thing. There's this picture. I must have seen it 100 times.
People didn't make fun of it, did they?
There's this picture of Michelle from Full House. You know, the Olsen twins. I don't know which Olsen twin it was, but it's an older Photoshop meme, and it's little Michelle, and she's holding two guns. And it says up top, when you got to bust out Aunt Becky. And it's like, yes, this is what life is about.
It's the best because it's two people that you never, ever, ever, ever would have thought would be arrested for anything.
Aunt Becky's spin-off show is going to be so good. Big House. Oh, I've got one.
What's that?
Maybe there could be something where you put, like, maybe it's Aunt Becky in the class. No. The people from the program, and they're all gathered around or something, and it says, like, full class. Like the class was full or something?
She didn't go to class. What are you talking about, man?
Her daughter trying to get in?
It doesn't work. It's not about the school. No,
full class.
It's arrested. She's funny because she was arrested.
Yeah.
Well, she actually wasn't arrested. She's on the lamp. Yeah, those are her kids from Full House.
They're kind of cute.
Nikki and Alex. It's just funny to think like...
Are they twins?
Yeah, they're twins. Nikki and Alex. And I thought to myself...
Alex.
If Nikki and Alex were her actual kids, this news story implies these kids are too stupid to get into college. Yeah. It's great. But it also is nice to see rich white people get into rich white people trouble. You know what I mean?
That is rich white person trouble.
It's rich white people trouble. And when rich white people finally get into trouble, it feels like they really get into trouble.
Yeah, I mean, I want to ask Tommy in St. Louis how they stumbled on this, because Tommy might know, because I have a similar story when I was in college.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. Tommy, what's going on, bud?
Nothing much. How you guys doing?
Tommy, if I was any better, it'd be a sin. Go ahead.
No, I was listening to Twitter yesterday, and they had the initial guy talking about it, and he said that they stumbled upon it. They had some other investigation going. They didn't dig into it, so it was an accidental find, is what I'm hearing. So it wasn't they were looking into this. They just found the whole network and started rolling with it.
Yeah, what the fuck is this?
Wow, that sucks. You stumble on something that big.
Yeah, it was. They were interviewing someone about another investigation, and that person tipped them off about this.
And they were like,
to help themselves out, maybe?
Probably, yeah.
This would also be a great investigation.
Or maybe their kid.
Yeah, they were saying that there was somebody coming forward, or two people coming forward pleading guilty that day, and it just looks like, yeah, they got the guys initially, and they just started rolling on everything. So
yeah, maybe they had him for something else, and they're like, we'll give you this.
What if I give you Lori Loughlin?
I think they were talking to some guy from, I think it was North Dakota or something, and he was going... No, that's not the deal we're talking about. No, we're not here to do that investigation.
You're doing Fargo.
Okay, thanks, man. Appreciate that. You're a good co-host. You always got my back.
Wait, and then maybe the girl comes in and William Macy says something
Stop setting
about
up the scene.
the class. Oh no, the suspects are fleeing the classroom.
Stop with the class.
It's too full.
You know why this thing? You know why it's so annoying? Because of the way you say class.
Well, the classroom has been full.
That A.
Yeah.
Might be the most irritating thing I've ever heard.
Oh, this is fun. And they're taking test results and they're putting them in the wood chipper, and then maybe Steve Buscemi is coming in and going, I'll be a professor.
It's not about the classes. It's the arrest, not the class.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about the classes.
That's good.
The test results. What
I
are you
love
talking
doing movie stuff.
Okay, that's fun.
Travis?
No, we just got to stop watching movies, I think.
Yeah.
How fucking embarrassing is this? So fucking embarrassing. My parents did this too. I told you I went to Middlesex Community College, and they weren't going to take me at first, and my father slipped the guy a tenner. Boo.
The other great meme that was everywhere was William H. Macy in Fargo trying to crawl out the motel bathroom window in the last scene when he's trying not to get arrested.
Well, I bet it said something like, "Oh no, help! There's a college scandal going on. I have to escape."
That's a terrible caption.
There's
So
nothing.
long.
Nothing makes me happier than a shit caption.
Yo, tell me with this.
I love a terrible caption.
It's a horrible caption. Yeah, I mean it's the funnest. It's the funnest story of the week at this point. I just love the time that we're living in. That there's something like this all the time.
Well, people who weren't, that sucks for people who couldn't get in.
It's horrible.
Because like, these spots were taken by people who just had a lot of money. It's like, you're already William H. Macy and Felicity Huffman. You guys have a lot of money.
You have every opportunity in the world. This is like, even if you didn't have a lot of money, who doesn't want to be family friends with William H. Macy and Felicity Huffman? It's two celebrities.
No.
Two beloved celebrities.
Just donate to the college like normal rich white people.
It's so strange,
Yeah,
the
it's
whole
crazy.
thing. Yeah, and the more I was reading about it, the more I was like, we just have to, the whole college system, just throw it out the fucking window at this point. Every kid is coming out of college with $100,000 in debt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you got this going on too. People who can't get into college on scholarships are not getting in because rich people are buying them. You have kids that do figure out a way to get in, and they're starting their adult life so far in the hole that they're going, maybe by the time I'm retired, I'll pay off my student loans. It's crazy.
How do the professors
And
not know when
they
you're...
get out of college, and there's no jobs anyway.
How do professors not know when it's not you taking... Like, I guess they can't know all their students.
What do you mean the professors?
Like, when you're in college, right, and your professor, you're taking a test. There's people who will take the test for other people, right? I know that this is not once you're in school, this is getting into school, but is there no way that they register you when you come in to take an SAT or...
Well, no, it is registered, but the person that's registered as the proctor is somebody that you're already connected
No,
with.
that I understand,
Yeah.
but aren't there people who will take tests for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think so, but I don't know that this was happening here.
You think William H. Macy got the idea from when Lip did it in Shameless?
Definitely. Definitely. We were doing this scene today,
It's like,
Felicity.
Felicity.
Yeah. I mean,
Maybe, you know how they got caught?
how do you think?
They were all sitting around and like everybody was taking tests there in the class, and then William Macy goes, "Oh, I hope I'm not a cooler."
You referencing the movie The Cooler?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay, good. Good stuff. It's also, by the way, how do you expect? Your kid knows that you bought their way into college.
It's terrible.
Your kid knows that. How do you expect, when you send a kid to college, the idea is, the whole premise of college is you're sending a kid away to live away from home for the first time. They're supposed to not just learn what's in the classroom, but really learn some semblance of adult responsibility, right? Some way, like they're supposed to start putting adult life together, but they've got this safety net that is the university. If they didn't have to work to get into college because your mom paid a whole bunch of money to trick somebody into thinking you were on the crew team,
Your SATs got... Yeah,
or your SATs are faked, why are you going to college? If there's a guy, right, you're taking the SATs, and this is so important, I got to get a good SAT score, and there's a guy there correcting your answers, and you know it's happening. Why are you going to go to college as an 18-year-old and sit there and go, okay, now I'm going to start being independent and really working for something?
Because they probably justify it to themselves and to their kids by going, hey, look, everyone's got like weird little advantages they take. If athletes are getting into college, why shouldn't you get in? Because your parents can help you. We're your parents. That's what parents do. How many alumni help their kids get into school? How many people donate to the college, to a wing of the college, and get their kids into school? So this is no different. This is they probably tell themselves and their kids that, like, yeah, sure, you're getting your a little bit of help with the test, but you know what? If you were a minority, they'd be raising your scores anyway.
Right.
Or if you were this, they'd be doing that for you. They probably justify it to themselves so they don't feel like I should not be doing this for you because it's making you a fucking dependent lump of shit.
Right. And then the kid ends up going to college and shocker becomes a dependent lump of shit.
Yeah. They don't learn nothing these days.
That's right. That's right.
Back when I was younger, you had to work.
Is that what you did?
No.
Weren't you like jizzing on TV screens?
Fair point. Matt in Connecticut, I think, is correct.
Let's go to Matt then.
I think it's correct because it sounds right. I never would have thought of this.
What's up, Matt?
Hey guys, I was thinking that with that fake charity that everyone's funneling their money into, well, when you do your taxes and you write all that off, they're going to have to get them on tax evasion. So there's going to be
Is there proof they knew?
IRS complications too.
Sorry, Matt. Is it proof that those are small, unless there's giant donations? Is there 100% proof they knew it was a fake charity? I guess they have them on tape. Maybe they did.
Yeah, I mean, there's an email. There's a really embarrassing email from Felicity Huffman that,
What's it say? I hate Showtime shows.
No, it has to do with the case.
Oh, sorry.
But she gets an email from her school, her kid's school, or something that says, this is what we're going to do for the SATs. And
they
she's
emailed that?
No, it's not. It is not the fake SATs. It's a real one.
Okay.
They're trying to get the kid to actually take the SATs properly. Oh. And Felicity Huffman wrote back to somebody, Rut-row. She wrote Rut-row.
Rut-row, like Scooby?
Like Scooby-Doo. And then she said, looks like the school wants to pick the proctor. Like, we gotta figure out how to get out of this.
Can we see that?
But she started with Rut-row. Travis, if you have that, you could
I do. Let me send it to
Rut-row?
Rut-row.
Email it to Troy Kwan so he's got it.
Oh my God.
Rut-row. My kid's actually gonna have to take the SAT for real.
That's humiliating.
Yeah, it's not good.
Rut-row.
Especially in this context. Rut-row?
Looks like the school wants to pick their proctor. Wow.
Right. Like I'm being a cartoon character that's worried about things because my kid might actually have to take the SATs in a real way.
Yeah, do you feel good if you know how fucking annoyed Asian kids must be? Could they just test higher than everybody? And, and I guess for them, like we talked on Ant's show yesterday about that, I think it's harder for them to get into certain schools because their tests have to be so fucking high.
Right, because schools have a certain number of everything that they want to let in. They have their quotas.
Yeah. And then you hear this shit. Rut-row.
Rut-row.
Oof.
You're just sitting there and you're like,
it's so embarrassing.
It's the lady from Desperate Housewives.
Because William Macy has to go on set. His kids now, everyone they know knows, like, you fuck it. Like, the kids are all going to get just scoffed at.
It says,
Rut-row.
On or about, this is legal. This is not good. On or about October 16, 2017, Huffman's older daughter received a letter from the College Board advising that she had been approved for 100% extended time. Huffman forwarded the email to CW1, which is a code name for somebody.
It's cooperating witness.
Oh, you know who the cooperating witness is? Somebody on the inside.
I thought it was the network.
Quit playing. She forwarded the email to CW1 and a counselor at Huffman's daughter's high school with the note, "Hooray, she got it." Which again, like, when you're getting extended time for an SAT,
because your kid is slow.
It's not supposed to be an accomplishment. Like, fuck
kids,
yeah!
They had their kids faking, like, being semi-retarded. Is like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
I don't think so.
No,
extended time is supposed to be for if you have.
You had to have a learning disability. You had to fucking go and meet with somebody. So they're like,
is that because she was going to retake it because she took it on her own?
Yeah, but it said extended time.
For extended time. I could be wrong. I believe you had to meet with a counselor, or somebody had to say, like, yes. And in one of them, didn't they say, like, you have to pretend you're slow? There's kids that really aren't that smart who are getting some extended time or whatever, for whatever reason, and they're faking that?
When I was going to high school, the extended time kids, it was like there was special education, there was standard class, and then in the standard class, there was a group of kids that weren't in special education.
Yeah.
But whenever there was a test, they went into another room because they had to get extended time because they had whatever learning disabilities, reading disabilities, whatever it was. But yes, that's why there's extended time. You don't earn extended time. It's not a reward for something. It's because your brain doesn't function in a certain way. So she said, hooray, she got it. The high school counselor wrote back to Huffman the next day saying, now you will register your daughter for the December 3rd SAT. College Board considers double time a school-based exam. So the high school is the test center. I will proctor the test on December 4th and 5th, and that's the process in a nutshell.
Do you know how members of the mafia must be laughing at these guys for emailing? Paulie hated emails.
You just put it in print, do you? Is that the best strategy?
Literally the stupidest thing ever.
You think Paulie ever did that? No, text me.
Yeah.
Send me a text.
Yeah, put it in writing. That's so dumb. Ruh-roh.
And then, here it comes. Huffman forwarded the email to CW1 with the note, Ruh-roh, looks like her daughter wants to provide or her daughter's high school wants to provide own proctor. And then CW1 responded, we will speak about it. Ruh-roh, looks like the high school wants to provide their own proctor.
So wait a minute. So CW1 was working against Felicity Huffman?
No, working with. She's emailing CW1 to fix this thing. So the high school is saying, we're going to have our own proctor, somebody who's with the high school who's legit, and CW1 is the one who's going to hook up their personal tutor who can help her with the answers.
So CW1, isn't he working with the state if they're calling them CW1?
Now, yes. Which is bad news for Felicity Huffman.
But hold on, if CW1 worked for the fucking school,
why
CW1 did not work for the school?
Who did he work for?
CW1 was in on this on the scheme.
So who does number 2 work for?
CW1.
Yeah, CW1 is part of this network.
What's that stand for?
Cooperating witness.
Cooperating witness. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So he's sitting there. She's going to CW1 to fix what the school is going to do.
And she knows who that is. Oh, no.
Oh, yes, she
hope
does.
that's Carl Walensky.
She knows exactly who it is. She's like, oh, I remember writing Ruh-roh. I wish I hadn't done that.
Wish I hadn't written Ruh-roh.
They seem like such nice people.
Yeah.
Like William H. Macy is a nice
love
man.
him.
I would imagine Felicity Huffman is a very nice woman. But people do stupid fucking things.
Yeah,
man.
they do dumb shit.
And they get in deep. Like, what are you doing?
He's all over. It's like he's on the front page of the Post.
Maybe they're so out of touch. Like they live in this world where they think people need to function this way. Like you hear about parents that spend college tuition money on their kids' nursery schools and stuff like that.
Sure.
And you want to go, why are you doing this? What good is it possibly going to do anybody?
Yeah. And you wonder, how did they find out that the fucking jig is up? How did they find out? Like, was it just an arrest?
Knock.
Was that really it? They just got knocked, or they got a call like, look.
Yeah,
The
FBI came in with guns. The FBI came in guns blazing.
To William Macy's house?
Yes, and they got
6
Felicity
a.m.
Huffman. They got her like the same way they got Roger Stone.
So they knocked on the door at 6 a.m.
Yeah, they
Oh my God, the FBI is here.
They had their guns drawn. They pushed their way right in and said, we're getting you.
Yeah.
It's a bit much.
They said it was out of caution.
For what?
I don't know. I wonder, and I'm not sticking up for them, but I wonder if they realized that what they did was fucked up because they decided not to do it with their second kid.
Or maybe the
How long
second kid
ago
was
they do
smarter.
Maybe the second kid was smarter, but they had planned. They were going.
2017 is when this one was happening.
Going to totally go through with it, and then at the last minute they changed their mind.
Maybe the kid wanted to go somewhere else, so they're like,
No, I think it was the same SAT thing. You still got to take the SATs.
Maybe the kid was an artist. I'm not going to college, man. It's just not my path.
So they're only going to get in half the trouble they would have gotten.
$15,000.
What happens to the parent? I'll bet you that the parents get sued too because they were a part of what kept certain people out. They're going to be named in class action suits.
Possibly. So she got brought in and she got taken out on, I think, $250,000 bail is what Felicity Huffman was in for. And they couldn't find Aunt Becky yesterday. They found out I didn't read until last night.
How much was R. Kelly's bill?
$160,000. No. But it was $160,000
in unpaid child support.
Because that was
how
for
much
the child
was his
support.
bail that he couldn't afford? Wasn't it $100,000? R. Kelly has $100,000 bail. Felicity Huffman, $250,000 bail.
Well, they're probably thinking, look, if you're going to pay this much money to take the SATs, you got cash. We can get some of that.
Understandable, but just the insanity of how the judicial system works.
It's a weird
state
thing, man.
to state, from case to case, from A to B. It's crazy.
Maybe they feel like people...
Big flight risk because she has the money, whatever, but it's still crazy.
And maybe people, who perform tax evasion and things like that. Because like the guy said, this is going to be a tax issue because it's a charitable donation. Maybe those are the people that end up disappearing. Who knows?
Where the fuck is she going? Well, she's married to William H. Macy. Where are they going?
Yeah, William H. Macy's got contracts to do more Shameless episodes. He can't go anywhere. But she's out, and today Aunt Becky is supposed to turn herself in.
Oh, she's also.
They didn't get her yesterday. They tried to. They couldn't find her. She was on the lam.
She was in Vancouver.
Right. Being like.
They got that husband, Massimo.
Who's her? I thought her husband was Katsopoulos.
No, dude, we already went over this. That was her first husband.
I see.
Pattykins knows in New York.
Pattykins knows what? You're talking about Patrick.
Yeah.
Okay. What's up, Patrick?
Yes. Hey, guys. Yes, CW1 is actually the guy who owns the whole business, the guy who running the whole scam. because they got him to rat out all these rich people so that he'd get a lesser sentence. So he's actually
He Tekashi 6ix9ine to everybody.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. But hey, look, all these people, I don't care about it. I love hearing you guys. It's funny, but yeah, the whole college system's so screwed up. Yeah, so some other kids didn't get into college. Big whoop. All those kids who play sports, most of them can't get into these colleges. They don't have the grades for it, but they're going there because they've got a special talent. Well, their special talent, these people is money.
Yeah, but they're not taking anything away from anybody.
Yeah, it's different, dude. It really is
Sure
different.
they are. No, it's not. Why?
Those aren't spots because if you don't let athletes into some of these colleges, the colleges aren't going to make money. Like the athletes aren't taking spots away from people that would be getting in for academic reasons.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, yes, they are. It's still the amount of people in the school. When George Bush got into Yale, the guy was a moron. But his dad happened to be president and was the head of the CIA back then. They got him in. All this stuff happens all the time.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that George W. Bush went to Yale in the 80s?
No, George W. Bush his dad was the head of the CIA at the time.
Okay.
His dad was the head of the CIA. He wasn't president yet. Okay. No, he didn't go to school in the 80s.
Yeah, that's what
it was before the 80s.
Yeah, it was before the. Yeah, it was before the. It was the 60s. Yeah, it was the early 60s.
But you're right about that, Patrick.
Anyway,
that the idea
has
of
been used
privileges and favoritism 100%.
This is just a little more blatant.
Yeah.
But this is why I think that you got to just end the whole fucking thing already.
It's shitty though. Scholarships are, dude. Hold on. Scholarships are different.
Sorry.
That's okay, buddy. Athletic scholarships are different because they actually are using a talent that other people have. Having money is not a talent, man. We know the difference.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes, this isn't the same as athletic scholarships.
This is the same as nepotism, and this is the same as I'm alumnus or whatever the alumni. This is the same as that, but it's not the same as an athletic scholarship.
But alumni privileges is not so blatant. There are alumni that don't get into the school because they don't have the grades. Like alumni privilege is not as blatant as I'm going to give you a whole bunch of money and then you'll let me in the school, and the school goes, gotcha.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's just not it's not being an alumni. They had to pay somebody to get their kid into this college. They're not alumnus of these schools, so they don't have the in at the board to pay off or donate money to a building, so their kid can get in. So they use this other guy to do the same thing. Now the other guy made the money and not the schools, but it's the same process.
Yeah, it is true, man. I'm not disagreeing with you about that. I'm saying about. I don't compare this to athletic scholarships or anything, because even though I think the schools are disgusting the way they don't pay the athletes, I mean, if you're a guy who comes in and plays basketball, you are giving something huge to the school. You're not faking it.
No.
And you spend a lot of years being great at that.
Right. Yeah, you hone that craft. And also, not every alumni gets in.
No.
You know what I mean? There is an alumni privilege, but it's not the same as the privilege of if you have the money, you can get in. Let's go to Eric in Atlanta is right, by the way. What's up, Eric?
Yeah, a couple things. First of all, R. Kelly's bail was $1 million.
Right.
He had to come up with $100,000.
Yeah,
You're right. Yes, thank you, Eric.
So Felicity Huffman had to pay $25,000 to get out. Her bail was $250,000. R. Kelly's was $1 million.
More than what? Yeah. If she went through a bail bondsman, R. Kelly clearly had to go through a bail bondsman, which that was freaking stupid because they knew he had another court case. Don't let a bail bondsman take $100,000 when you know you owe a court right across the hall $160,000.
Yeah.
Two of you talk, delay the fucking case, and take the money. So the guy doesn't get to do what he does. Second thing, the scholarship, Jazz. Scholarships are finite. There's so many allocated to each sports program. Amount of kids that go in and out of school accepted, 10% plus or minus. So one person at one school does not affect someone getting in or out.
Right.
They were almost like created positions per se. So, there's a lot of flexibility there. But scholarships are absolutely finite. You get so many awarded to your program, and you can't just flake one in there. These guys coming as a recruiter are just created positions, like half the fucking interns in your building.
That's
just
right.
created positions to check a box.
Thank you, Eric. Appreciate
Thanks,
it. Chris the teacher knows about the SATs.
What's up, bud?
Hey, morning, guys.
Hello,
morning.
sweetness.
So I proctor the SATs like 5 times a year.
Did you ever do it for Aunt Becky's kids?
Yeah.
Unfortunately not.
A lot of money in that.
Yeah.
Like, you could have kids from all over the state come and take the test at your place. So, like, we don't know the kids. All they have to do is bring in a photo ID and their registration cards. But, like, there's so many kids coming in, you're really not checking every photo, dude.
It's still a big chance to take.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's Saturday morning. We're like all in sweatpants and hungover. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, see, that's what people don't factor in. That a lot of people just don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You know, you might not have to pay all this money and go through a network of stuff if you could just count on the fact that there's a good chance this teacher's not going to give a fuck.
Yeah.
And they're all taking different tests. Like, one kid's taking the regular SAT, one kid's taking the SAT2 subject area test, so you don't know what anybody's even there to take.
Chris, where are you right now that you're telling us the
jerking
secrets?
off. He's in the car, tugging his prick, watching the fucking cheerleaders fucking do their pom-pom shit.
I want my prick polo to do myself.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, I want my prick polo.
I'm in the library.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, I have one, guys.
Okay.
Everybody, okay, here we go. Watch.
All right.
Shh. Like the librarian would do.
Well, thank you, Chris, for taking time out of your day. I love that we have a teacher who's calling from the school library right now to be like, yeah, teachers don't actually give a shit.
He's not in the library. He's on the fucking can. You can hear a toilet flush. Chris is shitting. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, buddy. Let's go to Terry in Texas. What's up, Terry?
Hey, Terry.
What's going on, guys? Dude, don't y'all think this is like just the very tip of the iceberg?
I do. I think that this is going to lead to a lot of stuff coming out. You know, I think that this has been going on for a long time, and there's a lot of different ways that celebrities buy their celebrities and rich people get their kids
rich people.
Yeah, buy their kids' ways into schools.
Yep.
And I think that it's all going to start unwinding in front of our eyes right now.
I wonder, is it going to hit Harvard? Has it hit Yale? It hit some big. USC's a huge school. It hit a few giant schools.
Yeah.
Has Harvard been fucking pinged with this?
I don't know.
It might be hard to do, but then again, you think USC has a lot of money too.
Yeah, I don't know, but I do know that a lot of the details haven't come out yet.
Yeah. Because the guy is from Boston. That's why I'm thinking, like, has it hit Brown University?
You're talking about the guy who was organizing this thing?
I want to say his name is Scott something, but I might be wrong. I'm trying to find his name.
Yeah, Terry, I think you're right. Thank you, buddy.
All right, Terry. His name is, Rick Singer. William Rick Singer. He looks shady. Think how long he's going to jail for?
Probably not long if he's given all these names, especially if you give out celebrities' names and throw them under the bus.
Are the celebrities in more trouble than him? Like, they're trying to get... I'm not saying it's shitty what they're doing, but Felicity Huffman and William Macy they're doing it out of desperation to get their kid into a school. It's shitty and you can't do it. But they're not doing it for financial greed.
No, I think, though, that it's easier to be mad at a familiar face. You know, I mean, this is court of public opinion, not legally.
But I mean legally. Because
I think that he's in more trouble than anybody because this is all him. But if he's
gives
giving
everyone up, right?
You know, Tekashi 6ix9ine was in a lot of trouble too, and now he's apparently is not.
Will kids who wanted their better test scores pretended to have a learning disability? Can you imagine saying to your kid, you got to pretend you're slow?
Yeah, like
my parents said that to me. I said, I only work on one speed, and that's fast. We all laughed about it.
It's a terrible thing to say. It's so stupid. You know, after you said that, your parents laughed because they said, we don't need to worry.
Yeah.
He's actually slow.
This asshole can just fly in and mope it up.
Yeah, we got extended time coming our way. That's when the short bus pulled up in front of your house. And they go, okay, we don't have to worry about
Little yellow fella. That's what we called it.
Yeah, that was the problem with you. Your parents tried to buy your way into extended time, but you actually needed extended time, so it was no advantage for you.
No whatsoever. They try to buy it double the time. They're like, we're giving him triple already. Why do you want to make it less? This stupid nose-picking asshole of a kid you have blowing his pals.
Yeah,
blowing his chums, failing his tests.
Yeah, it does seem like on some level, if you went deep on it, and who knows if the kids even care, but if you really thought about it, it is your parent having not very much faith in your ability.
Yeah.
As a smart kid, you know?
And there's pictures of you, the kids everywhere, I'm sure now, because they're college age.
I don't know, because Felicity Huffman's daughter is not mentioned in the statement.
Oh, she's not. Okay.
So they might be 16, 17, which means they wouldn't be...
Right.
They're minors. Yeah.
You cheaters. Wow, Daily News has a good cover. Jesus.
It does become tough. Like you're supposed to teach your kids lessons about it makes it difficult to teach not to cheat, to be fair, to earn what you get.
You're in school, your mother gets arrested by the FBI at 6 a.m.
And how do you go to college after this? Whatever college all these kids go to, even if they're not part of the scandal anymore. Oh, I know how she got here. Oh, remember what happened to her mom?
That's right.
And it's all the moms, too. None of the dads are getting busted.
No, the Lori Loughlin's husband.
Oh, her husband's getting busted.
Yeah,
Poor
he
Jesse.
was arrested.
Poor Jesse.
So what's going to happen is every time they go to an event now for forever, like, oh, yeah, you cheated to get your kid in school.
I did actually read the statement. Lori Loughlin's, or whatever her name is, her husband was arrested, and the statement that he made to police was have mercy. So it could be a lot of trouble.
Mad about you.
Mm-hmm, that's the one. Yep, you nailed it. Tell me why you're arresting me. It's good stuff.
Yeah. Lori Loughlin's husband. Oh, he's a fashion designer.
So they were both in Vancouver at the time. And now they got to come down, I guess. And
oh, they were told you have to come back to the States?
Yeah, you better come back. You're in a lot of trouble.
Oh, my God. Imagine that your Canadian vacation cut short because the FBI wants to arrest you. Holy shit. God,
Yeah.
would that suck.
We got to go back. The FBI's looking for us.
What? That school thing we did that we knew was bad? Oh, no.
Oh, no. They found out? $500,000. That's a lot. It's one thing. At least Felicity Huffman's like, look, I know $15,000 is a lot to a lot of people, but, you know, my husband's on Shameless. I'm on Desperate Housewives. We have tons of money. It doesn't seem like that much to us. $500,000?
$15,000 is not a lot of money to William Macy.
No, it isn't.
And Felicity Huffman. Thank you.
Reed, how do you feel about your college? Reed is our intern. He's a college kid himself.
Yeah, you little college boy.
How do you feel about these
Come on, college boy.
opportunities being awarded to the children of rich kids, rich parents?
You know, I think if you think it wasn't going on, you're naive to like an astronomical level.
Yeah.
But I think it's wrong that it's going on. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, of course. It's wrong that it was going on. You're not
Yeah,
the most complex statement in the world.
I'm not an advocate for it, but it goes.
He said, I think it was wrong that it was going on. Does that make sense?
Explain that, Reed, the complexity of that.
No, I just meant the idea that I accept it's going on. I'm not like, oh, how could, because I was watching the news and whatever this morning, even listening to it. People were shocked and outraged, as if you're trying to tell me in this country, people with money and influence don't use their money and influence to help their family members.
I think people just didn't know it was deliberately happening in a way
and
that
like
blatant. Yeah, I'm giving you, here's some money. You're going to fake that my daughters are on the crew team. They've never rowed. We're going to pretend, and then you're going to give us a scholarship. Like, I think that people always thought that, obviously, celebrities, rich folks
had influence.
But I don't think that people realized that scholarships were directly for sale.
Pretend you're stupid.
Right.
Go sit in there and just go, open your mouth a lot during the interview.
So it's the execution people have, like Photoshop.
Well, no, it's not that harsh.
I don't know. I don't think it doesn't really move the dial for me.
It's the deliberateness of it. So you think it's wrong, but you don't care.
I mean,
you knew it was happening.
I care. I knew it was happening. I mean, yeah. I don't know why people are so outraged about it. I guess why people are talking about it, but this is just one of many instances it's going on where the people involved aren't celebrities.
Well, you're saying, the rich is fucking over the poor. Always has, always will.
In every aspect of our society too, not just education.
You've never gotten any help in education, have you?
No.
I've definitely been helped in my life along the way. You know, I'm lucky.
You?
I'm lucky. You know, I just
a boy of means.
Well, that is what it is. My mom makes good money, and I've been raised
what does your
with
mom
certain
do?
advantages. She works at Fordham University.
Where do you go to college?
I go to Fordham University.
All right, dude. That's just lucky.
Oh, no wonder he doesn't have a problem with. Hey, stop making. Hey, everybody, look, it's been going on. We can all admit that it's wrong, but let's all stop paying attention to it.
I graduated high school with a 4.3 GPA, so I wasn't let in
really?
or whatever. Yeah,
Jesus.
I didn't get some kind of whatever. But my mom, we moved here from California. One of the things.
What happened?
What do you? Oh,
between now and then, I mean. 4.3 GPA.
Isn't that higher than an A? How the fuck do you do that?
That's like 110%.
Yeah, because you can take the AP classes,
A++,
and all that kind of stuff, and they add
What's
to
an
the
AP
GPA.
class?
It's like
advanced.
It's meant to be a college course you're taking in high school. I mean, because the education.
So you're telling me that a 4.3 GPA makes the statement, I think it's wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I mean, you do come in with that type of insight.
And you're telling me that there was no influence or anything, that you earned that 4.3 GPA.
I earned that completely.
Did you get straight A's?
Yeah.
Jesus
you would have to.
Christ.
Like you could get 1B for a 4.3 GPA. I didn't have 4.3 GPA.
When you're in high school, I mean, your job is high school. My mom
Getting
always
an A,
said,
getting an A. I remember I've
worked
got
in
a couple in my life.
store.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane. Like what an A looks like on your report card.
Yeah, you go,
It was
what? How the fuck?
An A.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
And then your parents go, all right, now all you got to do is maintain that. And you go, yeah, fuck.
That ain't happening. I'm going to get a couple of Fs, so we're going to average out at a D.
Exactly.
Keep your fucking your expectations managed.
Yeah, your job in high school is just to get out. You don't have to get out cleanly. Just get out.
Well, it's such a competition though nowadays too. Like you get a 4.3 GPA and you're not guaranteed to get into Stanford or any other school. Like nowadays, I can kind of see where the parents are coming at from this. Like it's not right again, but like if your kids you think they're smart and they're capable, but for some reason they still can't get into the school they want.
You think that this is okay, but you just don't want to say it.
He gets it.
He's an advocate. He's an advocate.
He's the
for
nepotism
No,
kid.
because I don't want to be hypocritical. I don't want to be hypocritical. If I was rich and I had kids, it's not right at all. But you know what? And I thought they could do
You'd
well
buy
at
your
Harvard,
kids
but
way
they
into
can't get in.
college?
If I thought it would give them advantage, yeah.
Tell them to play stupid in the interview with the psychologist or whatever.
I mean, I wouldn't do it if I thought they were completely unable to go to Harvard, for
Just
instance. But if I think if they got their foot in the door.
Yeah. Yeah. Cough and then leave your mouth open.
You don't think that it would leave? You don't think if you're gonna breathe only through the mouth? Through the nose. I don't know. Just let the jaw hang.
Yeah.
Let the jaw hang loosely. You don't think that if you brought your kids way into college, even if they were smart kids, they would realize I don't really have to do anything in this world because I'm taken care of?
It wouldn't be an ideal situation, but I think if anyone out there says that,
why don't you just let them go to an okay school and know that they've earned it?
Exactly.
Yeah, again, I wouldn't necessarily do that, but I don't fault them for being in that situation with money and the influence. Their kids really want to go to a school, and you have the ability to get them in.
Reed got help.
Of course he did.
Reed got some help. He likes the system
What
the
does
way
your
it
dad
is
do?
right now.
He's a teacher in Florida. He is like a philosophy teacher.
Oh, your parents are not together.
No, they got divorced.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think it was your fault?
It's definitely my fault. Yeah.
How many brothers and sisters?
Just one little brother.
Okay.
But actually, I'll be the first in my generation. You talk about being stupid. I'll be the first one to get less of an education than my parents because they both have PhDs, and I'm definitely out after 4 years.
You don't want a PhD?
No, not at all. It's a lot of work.
His mom dragged him through college.
Right?
He's not gonna go to more. Because your mom probably has no pull in the doctorate school.
No, yeah, that's what
So
it was.
that'd be tough.
It was like, hey,
That'd be tough.
we let him in the first 4 years, but now he's just too dumb. Let's go let him work.
With a 4.3 GPA, why didn't you go someplace besides 4? Or I mean, if your mom works there, you get in for free. Right?
That is the thing. You talked about money earlier. So much money goes into this, and like,
yeah, I mean, I would go to Fordham if my parents were.
I'd go to any school if it was for free nowadays.
For free, yeah,
honestly.
definitely.
How much do you think it would have been if your mom didn't work there?
$60,000 a year's tuition alone.
Wow.
Never mind living. It's
Books?
$1,800 a month to live. Books.
He wouldn't even need to buy any books. His mom just passed him through the classes.
That's true. Here you go. I hate this. Put your name in the back.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
This student has no receipts from the bookstore ever.
I wonder how much. What's the most expensive school?
Most expensivest?
What is the most expensivest you can take? The most expensive place you can go for what? Like, is it
Probably the Ivy Leagues. I know that Syracuse.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Syracuse has gone through the fucking roof since I left, and it was really expensive when I went.
Columbia,
Stanford, Palo Alto area is really expensive.
It says here the 13 most expensive colleges in the country, according to the U.S. News and World Report. Columbia is number 1 at $59,000. Okay, so Reed,
you're $60,000 a year for Fordham. How is that?
It's not true. $60,000 a year.
Yeah.
$30,000 a semester.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is probably for okay. So Columbia University is okay. So you're off. It says the most expensive college is Columbia, and it's $60,000 a year.
It's right. Yeah, I don't know the exact numbers around there.
Here's the thing about Reed. You go, Reed, how much does it cost to go to Fordham? Reed goes, how the fuck should I know?
Well, I don't pay it. Yeah,
exactly.
So I mean,
really
I'm not trying to be a dick, but I know it's a lot of money. I mean, the thing with college too is you almost never pay the full tuition.
Why? Because your mom works there?
No, not me. I'm talking in general, Sam.
You think that's just the way college works?
Yeah, he got in there.
You know, most kids don't pay full tuition because mom.
He knows about the school the same way Bud Fox knew about Blue Star Airlines.
All our parents work at universities, right? That's how it works.
Anacott Steele loves Fordham University.
Blue Horseshoe is going to Fordham. 52. Yeah, I mean, Reed is close.
So, yeah, it says Fordham University is undergraduate fees $52,000. It's a lot of money a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Syracuse is right around that range, too, and it's only going up.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Did you have to pay the full amount when you went, or were you so smart, you got the scholarships, all that kind of stuff?
No, I got a basketball scholarship.
Really?
Yeah, I
not,
didn't even have
not
to play.
crew, not track.
Yeah, I didn't even have to play. They put my face on Hakeem Warwick's body. I don't know if you remember Hakeem Warwick.
No, I don't.
He was big for freshman year, but they put my face over Carmelo Anthony's body. Actually, it was over his crotch, and that allowed me to get into Syracuse. It was amazing.
Congratulations.
Thank you very, very much.
Wow, $43,000 a year for Syracuse.
I'm sitting there looking at my
My empty lifestyle does pay off, though. I'll never have to worry about that.
No, you won't. I'm sitting there looking at my 2-year-old, going, God damn, if I think you're expensive now, you're going to cost me a lot of money.
Are your loans paid off?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have to take out a lot of
How
loans.
much did you owe in loans?
Not much.
More than 50?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Bernie Sanders, 2020. We're all going to get it for free now.
Bernie Sanders isn't doing anything in 2020.
I don't know. That's what I was told.
He's not doing a goddamn thing in 2020.
Maybe.
He blew it.
He blew it, didn't
How'd he blow it?
He's just going around now. Nobody's feeling the burn at the moment.
They're not, right?
No.
Who are they feeling?
I don't know. Joe Biden was out there hinting.
There's no way.
Joe Biden yesterday was hinting. I don't know, guys. Although I also think that like Joe Biden was hot 4 years ago, coming off the Obama thing. But now he's not so hot anymore. I think a lot of people are feeling what Jim was saying on the show not too long ago, which is enough of these fucking old white guys.
Yeah. They need someone who's young and willing to like kind of out Trump or at least come back at him.
Just tired of old people. I don't want Hillary either. I'm tired of people in their 70s. Like just a little bit. How about someone who's 50, 55? Like,
but Cory Booker's got no real buzz about him either.
No, none
Although
of them do.
the devil's advocate, you'd want someone who's experienced, right?
What's that?
No, never mind.
What were you saying?
I was saying, devil's advocate. I never liked the idea of wanting a president who's young because you kind of want someone who's experienced as well. Like
yeah, I'm a little more than that, Kevin.
Like, not I'm going to die of a heart attack in office old, but
yeah,
maybe...
I mean, devil's advocate.
Where did you learn your trade, you stupid fucking cunt, you idiot, you fairy?
Isn't it great? You could just attribute all Pacino quotes to devil's
That's
advocate.
my favorite thing ever. Have you ever seen the movie, Reed?
No.
Oh, it's a good.
It's a
so
good.
many
That
movies
is a
I
good
haven't
one.
seen.
That is a good. Devil's advocate is a good
Pacino
one.
plays the devil. Keanu Reeves is very good. Charlize Theron is very good. That is a great fucking movie. Who's the guy that plays running around now? Eddie Barzoon.
Eddie Barzoon.
Who's the his name is Jeffrey.
He's a character actor. He's
yes,
in
Jeffrey
everything.
something. He was the guy that was.
Wasn't he Principal Rooney in
yes.
Ferris Bueller?
Jeffrey
He's
something.
dead now, right?
I believe he is.
Yeah.
Jeff. Oh my God. Jeffrey Jones, I think.
Keanu Reeves.
There he is.
That guy doesn't age.
Keanu Reeves.
Well,
you
this
like
is
John
20
Wick?
years ago. This movie.
I like the first one.
Yeah, okay.
But the other 2 and 3, I had enough after one.
Hey, Reed, Lori says, you're wrong. Lori in New Jersey.
Yep.
I meant you're wrong, Sam.
Oh.
So my daughter goes to Fordham, and she's a senior, and the tuition is over $60,000 a year.
Oh, my God.
Luckily, she got some academic scholarships, so I have $17,000 taken off the bill each year. But those Ivy League schools that report was wrong. They're definitely close to $70,000 or more.
It's crazy. It is. It's insane. Thank you. And you have to make the choice now of, am I going to sack my kid with loans coming out of school, or am I going to just live in debt for the rest of my life? Or like, what do you do?
I wouldn't want to take on the debt for my kids. I think that
you would just let them handle it.
Yeah, they should, right?
Well, I mean, I don't have kids. I'm 22. All these are hypothetical questions. I have no basis to like kind of even understand how I would decide.
Reed, you come in here every day and you ask the dumbest hypothetical questions on earth.
Yeah.
This one actually pertains to the conversation. Is that why it's confusing to you?
Yeah, logic is. I mean, we know I'm not the smartest apparently, so logic
Also,
wouldn't.
I've never heard. I just was like, yeah, that's what do you do? I kind of posed the question to the room. You didn't even have to answer. You were like, I don't know, Sam. I'm not asking you, Reed. Don't worry about it. You're cool.
It was internal. Internally, I felt bad about
it. John in Utica. Support for Reed. What's up, John?
Yeah, Reed's actually right. So, and what Lori referenced is that the tuition is actually about $50, and then you got to factor in the room and board, which is on top of that, which at a school like Fordham.
That's where those statistics are misleading. Okay, so the most expensive tuition is Columbia, but $60,000 doesn't include room and board. Doesn't? Oh my God!
And I have to pay that
room and board.
Yeah, my brother goes there. He's a freshman at Fordham now, and it's like $1,800 a month. I roughly, again, I don't know the exact numbers, but
it's not your issue. I get that. Good for you. Good for you. You got your.
Can I say that without sounding like a dick? Like
you got
trying
your
to
free
be-
education, and you got your mom gliding you through classes. It's all good.
Yeah, you know,
Buying
just
$350 shoes.
Why would you bring that up?
He's got new shoes on.
They were more than that.
Weren't they?
They were more. Yeah, they were more.
What'd you pay?
$360 plus shipping.
What are they?
I mean, look. They're worth it.
They're Yeezys. I mean, Sam knows. Sam knows
They're
what-
worth it.
what
I'm
the-
not mad
what the
at it.
addiction
those are
is
fun.
like.
I had a pair of Jacks when I was a kid. JAX were the cool shoes. Can you look up Jacks sneakers? I think they were called Jacks.
How much you pay? $350.
With a decimal point after the 3. I think they were called Jacks. I don't remember when I was a kid what the cool pair was.
Why'd you get them though?
No, they were the ones that, like, again, we're talking, fucking late 80s. I mean, it's a long time ago.
By the way, I love that Troy he put in 1970s.
Yeah, that's what they were. Yeah.
Oh, it was the 70s.
Blue and white vintage sneakers, Jacks. Yeah, it was the mid 70s, probably 77.
Oh, okay.
I'm old, Reed.
No, I got that.
older.
No, you're a
I
Gen
learned
Xer, dude.
He's not a Gen X.
I am.
I thought he was a millennial.
Oh, come on. I act like one. Think like a millennial.
You
Just
do,
like
right?
one.
Yeah, he just tricks me.
Oh, Jocks. Yes, JOX.
Yeah, it's what you would sniff, and it's what you would wear on your feet.
And my face. Yeah, you're right. That they were called Jocks. Those were the ones that all the fucking can you see a few pairs of Jocks? They were Tom McCann Jocks, I think.
Like Asics.
They do look like Asics.
They were so cool when I
look
was
bootleg.
younger. Yeah.
Maybe Asics bought them.
Look at the
maybe.
old ad.
I never seen that. I don't see them nowadays.
Yeah.
Are Tom McCann still popular with the youth?
I mean, I don't know if Tom McCann is like the most popular thing with the youth at the moment, but everything comes back.
Yep.
And things move in cycles, right, Reed?
I don't know. I don't think that one's coming back.
Reed's wearing, by the way, the Yeezy 350 version 2 Zebras.
Are they
Zebras.
comfy?
Oh, that's one of the reasons I got them. I have back problems, and not
God,
that
nothing too
that's the main
serious.
reason,
Reed.
but it's like one of those weird reasons I rationalize getting the shoes.
Not
You
why
bought
you
them
got
because they're cool.
I love them, yes, but I got the V2s especially as opposed to other types because
You know why
also
I
love
buy
how
shoes?
comfortable
Because
are.
they're cool, and there's a whole bunch of hype, and you're like, oh, now I'm cool because I got cool shoes.
That's why I bought these fucking Turbo Boosts.
Yeah.
There's a buzz about them.
So, Sam, you don't believe that Reed bought those shoes because of his back problem?
Okay, I shouldn't have said that.
No, I mean, they could, no, not
Wait,
even.
what, Yeezys?
Digging my hole. Yeah.
No, they could send electric shock signals to his back. He would still wear them.
Yeah, I guess
It's not-
that is kind of true.
It's
I
nothing
feel like
to
Reed
do with
got
that.
ripped off compared to what Jim paid for his.
Yeah,
When
I
Jim
know.
got a good deal on his Yeezys.
Yeah, very, very inexpensive.
How much did you pay per pair?
$20.
Chinatown?
20 big ones.
No, we found them on Amazon. Yeah, they actually
Best
came in.
place.
They came in a box with Asian writing
That's
on
right.
them.
Really?
With a-
Prime?
with a pen.
I don't remember if it was Prime.
Prime shipping? Because you don't want to get ripped off.
I don't
with
think they
that.
do Prime from China.
And
Maybe
then
not.
we gave Rich Voss the shoes and had him go try to sell them at a shoe
'Cause
store.
he thought they were real.
He thought they were
He
real.
did?
Yeah.
I
Yes,
thought
he
he
did.
was a shoe guy, though.
Yeah, but he's a dumb guy.
right.
And greedy first.
Right.
Oh, so he
Well,
thought-
he's an idiot. Then he's greedy. Then he's a shoe guy. Right? Is that about right?
Idiocy is always at the top of that list.
So even if he knew they were fake, he's like, "Oh, I can make some money."
No,
off
he had no
these."
idea they were fake.
No
He
idea.
wouldn't have done that. No, he was immediately scolded and thrown out of the store. We made a fool out of him.
Miguel has a great question about college. What's up, Miguel?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Oh Lord.
Hey, the biggest question I have is how was Reed able to fit those thick thighs into a small desk at college?
That's a good question. Reed, how is that tough ever or you
With great care, I'll tell you that. Okay, you try to avoid the classes with the thin hallways as well.
Yes.
You know, because that means every time you go up to go pee, you knock something over and everyone looks at you.
You ever do that?
You know,
happened.
once a week.
Yeah,
My
sure.
Wednesday night classes, that's a little narrow of a classroom.
Have you ever heard a sound that was like
Miguel.
corrugated tin being violently rubbed together, and then you realized it was yourself in corduroys?
Big fan of windbreaker pants. Can't wear them because the thighs come together and it's just too much noise.
It's not. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
made,
good.
I made the mistake once and never again.
It's not good. All right, Reed. Well, you're in support of Aunt Becky and Felicity Huffman on this one. That's obvious because I really wouldn't be surprised if Mrs. Reed gets named in this whole thing.
Mrs. Reed.
Your mom. Yeah. if she gets named.
No, I did mind the normal way.
Yeah. Your unfair advantages were done in the standard way.
Yeah, I mean, I guess part of the attraction to getting your parent to go work there is like, hey, your kids could also go to the university for free.
Yeah,
so.
but also getting you through classes.
Oh no, I'm a very smart cookie, Sam. I get good grades in school.
He does 4.3.
Well, my grades aren't that good now.
What are they now?
It's like more B's kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah, you kind of evened out. You
well,
peaked
I've
back
also
in-
learned in college. Like, I mean, every job I've applied to or internship, whatever, no one's ever asked me for my grades. I've had internships where they told us literally, we don't necessarily care about your grades.
Well, you're
as long as
interviewing
passing.
basketball players. Why would they ask you your grades?
It's true.
I meant internships other than. Yeah,
you know, I was taking a geology. Nope. You wish. I was taking a geology class when I was trying to get out of school. I was trying to work in radio, actually, and I was just trying to graduate Syracuse as quickly as possible. And I was taking a geology class. This is the whole gimmick of this whole college thing. And it was supposed to be, I needed the science credit, and it was supposed to be easy. The nickname of the class was Rocks for Jocks, because it was where all the Syracuse athletes, not JOX.
Those shoes, yeah,
No.
see?
Yeah.
I knew they were making a comeback. Yep. They're big.
It was the geology class where all the Syracuse athletes went to get the easy grade, or so I thought. But it really was only 3 tests, and that's really what your grade was made up of. And I miserably failed the first 2. I mean, miserably.
Did you give
failed.
that one a big W?
Well, I went to the TA. And I said, and it's the first time I'd ever been to a TA for quote unquote extra help. And I brought my test with me and I said, look, I think I got a job lined up in radio when I get out of college. I don't know anything about this geology stuff. I don't know. Can you do anything to help me out here? And you know what he did?
What?
He said, do you have your test with you? I took him out and we went through the 2 tests. And he said, oh, when you said this, did you mean this? I was like, yeah. Yes, I did. He was like, really? I was like, yep. When you said that, did you mean this? Yeah, I think I did. Oh, really? Yeah. He raised my failing tests from F's to C's.
So you got special help to get through
just
school?
Right there, just talking to the guy. He raised them from F to C's. And then the final was made up of questions on the old tests. So I just memorized the right answers that he put on the test. I passed the class, Reed. I got out of school.
That's awesome.
Isn't that great?
It really is inspiring.
Thank you. Sometimes all you have to do is go to the TA and say, hey, I know I failed.
Yeah.
But can you pass me? And they'll go, yes.
So we both get help. I mean, I shouldn't be made fun of now.
Yeah, you should.
I mean, you got special help to
No,
get
I
through.
actually did it.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't my mom going to the TA and saying, hey, can you help my boy?
She would have.
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me?
She would have pulled a Sally Field and Forrest Gump for you.
Would have just seen me outside the TA's office going,
yeah. Your dumb metal shoes while mother got a good rogering for old Sammy's education.
Jim, those are my magic shoes.
I apologize. Should mention your mother. She's a lovely lady.
She's a great woman.
My apologies.
She doesn't like this when you
I don't
do
blame
this.
her.
Yeah, it's not
I didn't
fair.
mean it.
It's not fair. What's your best class in college?
Currently, like in terms of grades or what I enjoy?
Reed, don't make it more
We
complicated.
got to take a break soon anyway because
Yeah.
we got Jim Jefferies coming.
Yeah, I take a good sports broadcasting class.
Sports broadcasting. Oh, are you doing any foreign languages? I took Spanish.
No, senor. No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
How
How
about
come?
French? I took 2 years of French.
You did?
Yeah.
How'd you get out of school without taking foreign languages?
Just you do some extra high school classes. You do a few in college, and then you find your strengths are in other areas, and eventually you come out on top.
At least that doesn't sound suspicious, right?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
All right,
that
Reed.
break. Yeah.
Thank you, Reed.
Thank you
You're
very
a
much.
delightful young man.
People just adore him. They love Reed.
I'm heading out tomorrow afternoon. I'm going to fucking Fort Lauderdale. No, I'm going to Orlando for Friday and Saturday, April 4, 5, 6. I'm going to be in San Francisco, then Rochester, and then the Stress Factory.
We're going to take a break. We got Jim Jefferies coming in here in a little while.
Yes.
And a whole bunch of stuff to talk. We've got an explanation as to why Trump called Tim Cook Tim
Yeah,
Apple.
we do. I believe it too.
Yes,
I have gas brewing.
Okay, then we're going to take a break. Get the hell out of here, Jim. Go, move, go. Jim Norton to return. Did you see they got James Dolan? At first I was like, why is he doing radio interviews? Because what's his name? This guy.
I like this Sam Roberts.
What's his name again?
Oh, Sam. Michael K.
I knew that. Of course I knew Michael K.
You're just testing me.
Sam Roberts is a man.
Michael K. James Dolan, who we were talking about yesterday, the owner of the Knicks, one of the owners of the Madison Square Garden. He owns. He's which makes him one of the owners of Optimum Cable, which makes him one of the owners of the New York Rangers, the L.A. The Forum,
Coliseum,
the L.A. Coliseum, whatever it is.
Singer-songwriter.
That's right. He is a singer-songwriter. We had a group text going with Roland sending us guest pitches yesterday, and instead of Jim responding in the affirmative or negative, he just sent a link to one of James Dolan's music videos. But Dolan did Michael K's show here in New York yesterday, and I was wondering, why is he doing that? And then I remembered, well, Yes Network isn't owned by Dolan, is it? Is he one of the? I mean, because MSG has their own network.
No.
So why did he do Michael K's show?
No, I think Disney Fox owns Yes Network because they're
Right.
selling it back to the Yankees.
Right, because it was owned by Fox, and then Disney didn't want it. Yeah, so why? Oh boy, Jim's back.
Jeez,
that was a long one,
dude. Sorry, I was finished, and I even finished and all cleaned up, and then I stand up, ready to go, and my body goes, "No, you're not. Back down, stupid." You know, you clean it, you finish a great shit, and it was a loud one.
And was your body telling you the truth? You were not finished?
I was not indeed finished, but I thought I was all ready to come back down, and I just felt all of a sudden like when you stand, it shifts things, and then it just goes right into the exit chamber. So I'm like, sit down, don't hold it.
Well, I'm glad that it's all out of you.
Oh, yeah, most of it is.
You think there's still some remaining?
It was a loud joker. A loud one.
Oh, to sit next to Jim Norton in a public bathroom.
Yeah. You're welcome to.
We were talking about the fact that James Dolan did Michael K's show yesterday.
Oh, good.
Yeah, which I was kind of surprised by, but he must have a relationship with Michael K or something.
Oh, he really did ban him. Wow.
So he talked about it, and he talked about we were talking yesterday about James Dolan banning the fan from Madison Square Garden who yelled out, "Sell the team," as he was walking back into the locker room. And he talked about it. He talked about it with Michael K yesterday, so we'll play a little bit of it.
Has this guy been banned from the Garden for life? Was he thrown out of the Garden? Will he ever be allowed in?
Okay, so let me tell you, until we found out about the whole setup,
is that toupee, or is that his real hair?
Can't tell. I can't tell.
Definitely dyes it.
It could be a taupe, but I can't tell.
Maybe it's the dye that I'm looking at. There's something very strange about it. I think it's a toupee. It just
or plugs or the thing that Anthony got.
Hair plugs. Yeah, I mean the length is what's suspicious to me. Usually when hair like that is the same length all around, it's because you're growing it out in the part that's natural so that it matches the same length as your toupee.
Maybe.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I don't mind a guy with a good toupee, though.
No,
I respect that.
You do?
Yeah. You fucking in your 60s, you're trying to look a little younger, get all that money. Yeah, I don't mind it.
I think you guys just aren't used to what a rock star looks like.
Why you keep bringing up his musical stuff?
It's good.
What's the name of the band again?
It's called JD and the Straight Shots, and I was listening to Ballyhoo yesterday on the train.
Yeah, you know how we all knew that?
How?
Because you texted us the video.
Oh, okay, well, I'm going to enjoy it alone.
There's a guy on a billboard near where I live in the Westchester who's a real estate guy, and he put a giant photo of himself on a billboard to call him, for real estate, whatever. He does not have a good toupee.
Oh, no.
You look at the photo, you're like, this isn't... Just be bald, or at least don't put a giant photo of your face on a billboard.
Yeah, there's some bad rugs.
Oh my God!
There's nothing better than a bad rug.
And aren't they the greatest? Like if James Dolan's hair is a toupee, it's a good toupee.
Like Shatner's, it's impossible to tell.
Right, but sometimes you notice it immediately. Like you notice the toupee before you notice the gender of the person you're looking at. It's the first thing you see.
Yep.
What color pants were they wearing? I don't know. I was locked on that toupee.
I got distracted by the fucking jet black Stormtrooper helmet.
When you see a bad toupee, do you just stare at it the whole time?
It's literally. I've had guys with toupees walk by and I've stared at them and then realized they were walking in front of a fire.
Well, here's James Dolan on Michael K yesterday.
Is that we'd invite him back to the next game.
I'll rewind it just a little bit.
Okay, so let me tell you, until we found out about the whole setup, right? What I was thinking is that we'd invite him back to the next game and
sit down with him,
or take him back and have him meet the team and see what was going on, get him a sense of, hey, look, you know what, this team is, we're doing very well. You're reading too much of the daily news. That was what we were thinking of doing, right? But now, right, that it's clear that this whole thing was planned, right, et cetera. I mean, I can't see letting him back in.
Is that enough, though, to ban somebody from the Garden for life?
Yeah, no, if you come into the Garden, right, let's be clear about that. You come into the Garden and you plan on having a confrontation, I don't care if it's with me, with a player, with another fan, problem, right,
You can hit pause. He's saying...
What plan, because it was filmed?
He's making it seem like it was some grand scheme and not just the idea that these two guys went in and they were like, oh shit, James Dolan is about to walk by.
Yeah, one guy was just filming him walking.
Right. So the idea is, and they showed a long shot, these guys weren't sitting in the seats where they were when James Dolan was walking by. The arena was clearing out. And so they said, oh, James Dolan's walking by. So they went to those seats so that they could yell, sell the team at him.
Yeah, so what?
And he's acting like that's some grand plan.
And then he said, well, we were going to have him come back the next day and meet the team. No, you weren't.
It's a lie, I think.
No, you weren't.
He wasn't going to do that. There's no way.
No.
He was angry.
Yeah.
Just admit you are angry and made a mistake.
I can't see letting him back. And I mean, we were going to have him come back the next day and meet the team. And we were going to tell him, just come on and sit with the Knicks. They're good guys. No, you weren't.
You were not.
But I can't see after they videotaped me.
And then they go, if you have a plan to create a problem, you shouldn't be allowed in Madison Square Garden, which means anybody that went to a baseball game that Darryl Strawberry was playing at, and they said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to yell, Darryl, when Darryl Strawberry's out there. That's causing a problem. They should be banned.
If you got a plan to come here and actually make noise and yell, if it's not yay for the home team, I don't want you in the garden.
Yeah.
If you're going to interrupt a concert by shouting during the songs, I don't want you here.
Specifically the opening act?
No, there was no noise during the opening act. It was nice and quiet.
Yeah, I'll bet it was. No cheers, no nothing.
I got to be honest. Yeah, the New York Times reviews were not kind. Oh, that Wikipedia page? Yeah.
What Wikipedia page?
For the band? Yeah.
Did you go to it, or did we do it on the air yesterday?
I went to it.
Oh, because I was about to say, I'm unfamiliar.
Let's watch the rest of this interview for a minute.
Okay. Then
don't read any of the reviews, or they were not kind.
And then we'll take. Okay. Well,
let's avoid it.
Let's watch the interview, and then if we somehow stumble upon that, maybe we'll get back to the music stuff.
Yeah.
If we get there,
I'd rather not. They're unkind.
We probably won't. Then.
Good.
So let's just see. So James Dolan is now at the point where he's saying, you know, that these guys
they planned it.
They yelled at him on purpose, and since they did that, I can't see letting them back into the garden. That's crazy.
Be confrontational. This is different than, just yelling out, the
You have to think players here worse than sell the team, though. I mean, look what happened to Russell Westbrook.
It wasn't anything physical, Jim. I mean, he just said sell the team.
You have to. Is that what your bar is? Something physical?
Peter Rosenberg there actually brought up a good point. I mean, the players do sell the team. The players hear the worst things imaginable, and they just play through.
Is that your bar? I mean, physical? I mean, they told me to sell a team. There's no profanity. There was no threats. That's harsh enough.
That's bad as it gets.
Sell the team. That's like saying go home.
Right. In New York City, sell the team? No, that's unacceptable.
I mean, literally, what a baby.
Can you imagine bringing your kids to a game and having to explain to them why a man told James Dolan to sell the team? I mean, that's not a conversation I want to have.
Yeah, I don't want to.
That's too much.
That.
It's too much.
No, that's not the bar. Look, guys, let me explain something here. The garden, right, is a place we want everybody to have fun.
Yeah.
Right. We want everybody.
Unless
to
you're
enjoy
watching the opening act, we don't want you to have fun. Unless you're there to see the Eagles and you got to sit through the opening.
Well, what's wrong with the opening act of the Eagles?
Well, we just kind of put ourselves on.
Wait, James, who did you book for the opening act?
JD and the Straight Shot.
And who's the lead singer?
I am.
Okay. And who owns the arena, by the way?
I do.
Oh, okay. I see.
Right. Mm-hmm. If you have somebody who comes in who plans on making a scene and being confrontational, etc., and ruining the event for other people, including
the event was over, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the event was ruined because we lost. See, the event gets ruined because the team is not good.
Yeah, it looked like the arena was half empty.
It was empty. We didn't ruin the event. Was long over. But if you're there to make noise while they're sweeping up and wreck the good time of all the families,
right? Would you say that was confrontational to say, "Hey, sell the team, owner"?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the owner. You should never yell at me, even though I'm walking right in front of you and I'm putting out a terrible product.
Really is a bad product.
Yeah, it's not a good product.
No, it's not good. You talking about the New York Knickerbockers?
Indeed, I am.
Okay.
Knickerbockers and the not a good product.
Not a good product, no. But don't yell that.
No, don't tell me the truth about that. Say good job, even though we're not good at all.
Right, you're not doing a good job.
Yeah, come on, guys. Is that your bar?
You can't come back. I'm sorry, right? You're there to enjoy the game. You're not there to ruin everybody else's experience.
But when you're driving home that day, I mean, there were so many ways you could have diffused it. Hey, sell the team. What's your offer? Or something like that, or just laughed it off. I mean...
Well, the jerk store called, and they're out of you.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, I don't want to laugh it off, see, because I'm the owner and it's my building, and you yelled at me.
I'm a bit of a spoiled brat.
Yeah, I'm a very... You see, you know why you can see my bones? Because I'm thin-skinned.
You ever hear a little 5-year-old say, it's my house and my rules, and if you don't like it, go home? That's my philosophy.
Yeah, you can't come back ruining everybody's experience.
Have you heard of my band?
Yeah, they're really good.
I do good music videos where the things I talk about in the song, I show them.
Yeah, there's a song called Get to a Church, which is a good song, and I've got my hands in my pockets for the entire video.
Did Jim Norton watch a whole bunch of my music videos last night?
Yeah, I did. Jim was watching my videos. He enjoyed actually Get to a Church, but then he noticed that my hands were in my pockets while I was singing. It looked a little awkward. My hands were in my pockets. Sometimes I keep my hands in my pockets.
James Dolan is the greatest musician of our generation.
He sure is.
Or is that what you do? Even if they plan?
Yeah, I wouldn't have taken the bait, right? I mean,
I wouldn't have taken the bait, he says.
You did take the bait. You stopped and had him thrown out.
I wouldn't have taken the bait.
Not took the bait. You actually left the lake and opened the tackle box and found the bait.
Yeah. Hey, while I'm eating this bait, is there a hook you could lock into my cheek?
Yeah. What a terrible explanation.
Like I said, I'm passionate about the team too, and I'm walking out of a loss, right? And you're in my face about this, right? Saying quit, basically, right? Yeah. You know what? You're right. I lost my temper, but and I actually didn't really lose my temper. I just sort of went, really? I mean, really?
He's skipping the part where he said, you're banned from
he is.
the arena.
But he's just a baby.
He's a baby. I didn't lose my temper. I just said, really? And then I banned him forever.
And then I pointed and security held him. That's good.
I tried to have him arrested. Yeah. I was not that big a deal.
Yeah, you don't yell at me. I'm the owner.
Yeah. It's my show.
I mean, you're very sensitive, it seems like. Because, in 2015...
come on, guys. You know what?
Is Yes owned by...
No, originally I said that must be why he's doing Michael K., but Yes is not owned. Yes is owned by Fox, which is now Disney and Fox.
I'm not sensitive, guys. Don't say that. I'm going to cry.
Yeah, fuck you.
Guys, I'm not sensitive. Don't say that. I'll have security hold you.
Come on.
My security guard will hold you and ban you from your own job.
Guys, I'm not sensitive, but during the break, I'm going to have my bodyguard beat you up.
Michael, you're never going to come to the garden again, even to enjoy a show, because you say I'm sensitive.
Yeah, are you trying to go to a Rangers game? It's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
Guys.
That's not. Also, I'm going to have the Yankees take you off.
I want to fuck Handsome Rob.
What'd you say, James?
I'm going to invite him to the garden to a game.
What did you say after that?
Handsome Rob's a good boy. I'm going to fuck him.
And what's he going to do about it? You're James Dolan.
He's going to come to the game. He's going to enjoy it. I'm going to fuck him. Locker room. I'm going to get that tough kid to give me analingus.
Hey, why not? Why not? Right at your arena.
Why not? He wants to come and see Pearl Jam. He can come see Pearl Jam. I'll get you good seats. Just analingus.
Travis, you want to go see Pearl Jam at the Garden?
I do, very badly.
James, can you hook him up?
Yeah, you can sit in the owner's box. When I stand up to look out the window and enjoy Eddie Vedder, you can get back there and give me a little analingus and thank me for the seat.
So Travis has to sit there and give James Dolan analingus while James Dolan mispronounces Eddie Vedder.
I'll tell you one thing, that tough kid's mouth is a legend around the garden.
And this Eddie Vedder's not so bad.
Eddie Vedder's pretty good.
But this tough kid.
I'm not sensitive.
Come on.
You can say that right, but you got to be on the other side of it.
Well, don't worry. He's just sensitive.
I'm sensitive.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
But see, what I say to you is I look at you. You're Jim Dolan. You've won. You have the Knicks, the Rangers, the Garden. You've won. What do you even have to engage somebody like that for? That's what I mean about being sensitive.
Michael K's good.
I've stopped myself from even looking at mentions on Twitter because it bothers me. I am thin-skinned. It's translucent. I'm so thin-skinned.
We've had this conversation with him.
With him?
Yeah, just about. I do look at the other. And when we talked about...
Let's talk about you, Michael K. I seem to have dug myself into a hole I can't get out of.
I mean, look, your co-host is wearing a suit out of respect for my arrival.
He was wearing a suit.
Is that Don LaGreca?
Yeah. I think LaGreca's probably wearing a suit for another reason. I don't think it's there for James Dolan.
I understand it. If somebody gets in your face, you want to go back at them. But you're Jim Dolan. Why would you bother?
But I actually think your response was fine. Your tone to his face, I thought, was actually very nice. The reason you lost the public was, I think, when you kicked him out. That, to me, was the move that people didn't like.
But in the end, right, I mean, look, I mean...
Oh, thanks for pointing that out, Rosenberg. You also are not welcome into the Madison Square Garden anymore. Good question. You can't come.
All right, I mean, you know, the public hates this guy.
By the way, where's that handsome Rob?
Yeah, where's that kid with the orangish colored hoodie?
I like his golf
He's dressed like an orange Julius. I really want to ruffle his hair and give him a good fuck.
I like his golf shirts. I roll them up his back.
Yeah, wears nice camping collared shirts with scenery on them.
That's right. I make a new stain on them.
Yeah, I really want to come on that kid's feet.
What the fuck are those?
Yeah.
Web toes. Get out of the building. You think James Dolan knows that Handsome Rob has web toes?
Yeah, of course he does. That's why he likes him.
He likes him.
Yeah, a little quirky.
A little quirky, yeah. I like his foreskin and his unclipped toes.
Yeah, unclipped. Natural everywhere. Skin all over the place.
So much extra flesh on this Handsome Rob kid.
All right, so Jim Dolan was not backing off.
Not at all.
I said we would have let him back in, right? I mean,
You wouldn't have.
No big deal, right? I mean, they first off, you know, the game was over.
Right.
So how's he ruining people's good time?
He's not.
It's over.
He's not.
Everybody's going home.
You know who's ruining good people's good times? He is.
Yeah,
Jim
he
Dolan.
is.
I guess it's the band more than the kid.
Yeah, right. And the ban is only coming from the fact that we now have learned that he planned it, right? I mean,
And the footage that they showed us, by the way, you can see they start out about 2 sections over, and you can kind of watch them follow your path.
Right. I
And
mean,
then
they were stalking me. Right.
Oh, my God.
You're the owner, and they wanted to yell at you because you're putting out a shit product. He didn't even yell a curse at you.
No, he said sell the team.
Sell the team.
So you're telling me that you want us to believe the narrative that you were being stalked, and the reason your stalker was stalking you is so he could find you and say the phrase "sell the team."
I mean, come on.
And that's why somebody stalks.
They probably watched security footage and got all over this. Yep, see him moving way over there? See?
Yeah. Who cares?
People hate Jim Dolan's guts. And it does bother him because when you're in a band, you do care what people think.
Oh, is James Dolan in a band?
Called JD and the Straight Shots. He's the JD.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Not only is he in a band, but he named the band after his own name.
Yeah.
It's like Diana Ross and the
Straight Shots.
And the Straight Shots, yeah.
Yeah. I hear a symphony.
Do that in Madison Square Garden, right? You are not allowed to stalk the owner and then confront him like that.
Well,
there it is.
Let's get to the crux of why.
There it is. The owner.
Happened.
The owner. That's what it's all about. So,
that's all it's about.
Would you want to check his Wikipedia moment?
Is there any more of him, or is this all just like Jeff LaGreca?
I thought his name was Don, but I saw an O. It couldn't be Jeff if there's an O in his name.
Sure, the GEO.
Oh, GEO.
Yeah.
Oh, I
My
see.
favorite.
Maybe that is his name, Jeff LaGreca.
Just finish that. There's like less than a minute left, or a minute left. I want to see if there's anything else he says, because I can't believe he's actually taking this awful stance.
It's horrible. And why would you go on the radio and announce to the world, here's the position I'm taking?
Yeah, because he thinks he's right.
He's going to garner sympathy? Like anybody's going to sit there and go like, oh, poor James Dolan.
Hate his guts.
He's bad at what he does.
That's right. There's the perception, and then there's the reality, right? The reality is that you're the owner, you've stepped back, you're a fan, all the things that you've explained. And then there's the perception that you're the reason why this franchise is losing. That's why they targeted you, right? It's because you are looked upon as a villain to a lot of people.
You mean those guys particularly?
Well, because
every fan
feel like that's a thing, right? Going back to the Oakley thing 2 years ago.
I don't think that's
you don't
true.
believe you're targeted by fans because they blame you for the losing?
I'm talking about those particular guys. But those particular guys, right, had planned on making that video and selling it to the TMZ.
Absolutely.
I don't think they were motivated
Oh, stop it.
The wins and
by
losses.
the team or the record or anything else like that.
Right, but getting back to the perception.
So he thinks this was a business move.
He does not think that.
The value on a James... Do you know what a rare item a James Dolan video is?
These are the teeth from the belt. All right. No, I don't think you should go to his Wikipedia.
Well, I just want to see if there's any... If they're covering this story on his Wikipedia.
Oh.
You know. I think that it's important to
on the band's Wikipedia. They're not covering the story on the band's Wikipedia.
prove it. Okay, there's JD in the straight shot. I bet they're covering it. Where do you see? Are there any?
No, I mean it kind of. This is a good Wikipedia because it tells you the story of the band.
Okay. Oh wow, they actually got a write up.
Yeah.
This is okay. They are covering the story. It says the New York Times. So this is probably about the Madison Square Garden thing. This is about JD and the Straight Shot, James Dolan's band. The New York Times has described the band as a group of well-known sidemen backing a karaoke great singer. and noted that Dolan's, quote, musical talents are unlikely to endanger his day job. After the group's performance opening for ZZ Top, well, I love reviewers.
They're not as kind as they could be.
One reviewer wrote that Dolan's enthusiasm for playing mediocre American rock did little to make their forgettable performance entertaining. What a wordsmith. After a 2017 show in New York City, another reviewer observed that Dolan, quote, sings like he's trying not to cough, and it's possible he can't play the guitar. Worse, his songs belie his status as a cosplaying bluesman. Most of his lyrics simply summarize current events or books that he's read, as if he were presenting a 10th grade English class project.
Now, cosplay is just pretending.
Cosplay is, it's pretending. It's like when there's a Comic-Con and you dress up as Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat. Everybody knows that you're not Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat. You're the furthest thing from Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat.
Cosplaying bluesman is a harsh.
That means that he's the furthest thing.
The video for Ballyhoo I liked. Did you like the video I sent you guys?
I didn't click on it.
Yeah, I mean, I purposely just closed out of my.
I saw what it was, and so I decided not to click.
The Wikipedia page, by the way, that paragraph above the one that you wrote,
Right.
it's good because it details some of the band's accomplishments.
All right, Troy, can we hit the Wikipedia again? Because I want to be fair. I don't want to just read the negative part. Okay. It says, he's talking about James Dolan again. You want me? I should start from the beginning, you think,
You
Travis?
can just start with because.
Because of his corporate status and his friendship and business relationship with entertainment executive Irving Azoff, Dolan has been able to leverage JD and the Straight Shot onto shows by the Eagles, the Allman Brothers, ZZ Top, Jewel, Keith Urban, the Dixie Chicks, Joe Walsh, and Robert Randolph. Attendance by Madison Square Garden staff employees is, quote, expected and noted when the group plays at New York clubs. The group's song, Can't Make Tears, was on the soundtrack to the TV show Hell on Wheels. I thought we were done.
Nope.
On the cable channel AMC, which is controlled by Dolan and his family. The group's music has also been featured in films including Hurricane Season, August Osage County, and Butter, all of which were produced by the Weinstein Company, a corporate business partner of Dolan's Madison Square Garden company. Oh my God. And that's where they get
There's
in.
more.
The group's fifth album, Ballyhoo,
I love this song.
you like that.
I like the song.
Sold only 113 copies in the first 4 months after its January 2016 release. The group's sixth album, Good Luck and Good Night, was released on September 15th, 2017.
They've been around since 2005.
I can't imagine that James Dolan would be happy with this Wikipedia description.
No.
It seems like somebody saw that at one point it said that JD and the Straight Shot has opened for these bands. And then somebody went in and changed it to more accurately say he's leveraged his way into performing with these bands.
See, better find a church. It's just the song's not bad, but it's just and the girl can sing really well. It's just a little the hand,
You like it.
The hand in the pocket is a little odd in the video.
Was casual, I would imagine, no?
It's a little odd in the video.
Should we watch?
Well, for a second.
JD and the Straight Shot?
Yeah. I mean,
it's your favorite band.
Well, I mean, getting there. This song's fine.
Okay.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
Better find a church. Better find a suit.
His hands are in his pockets.
Better
How'd he dye his eyebrows for this video?
Find a church.
And why is he interrupting this lady singing?
On your knees.
She's very good.
She's great.
Beg for a chance just to dance with someone who believes. And you better confess.
Troy, you're a musician.
Yeah.
How frustrating would it be? You have to be in this guy's band because he's probably paying you a bunch of money.
One of them is his son, too. So I bet he likes doing this because he's doing something cool with his son. Yeah, that's probably part of it.
No, yeah, he's probably doing it for his son. That's why he put his name on the front of the band and made himself the lead singer.
No, I mean, it's probably something he's cool. He's enjoying. People do weird stuff just to do shit, be cool with their kids.
Yeah, but he's doing this for his ego.
I mean, yeah.
He likes doing it with his kid, I'm sure. But this is about him.
Yeah.
JD. It's not JD's son in the straight shot.
That's true.
It's JD. These other musicians, though, like the lady singer, and the music sounds fine. If you're a musician, you got to take the gig, because I'm sure he pays a ton of money. I mean, look at how professionally shot these things are. How frustrating is it when you're like, this is the product we're putting out?
My guess is they're probably studio musicians.
Yeah, so they don't care.
Yeah, so it's just another gig.
Right.
They're getting paid for it. And, you get to open for the Eagles at Madison Square Garden. It's pretty
probably
cool.
fun. Yeah, it's a fun perk.
But you got to do this.
Yeah, this is a little embarrassing, but,
yeah.
It's, you got to make a living.
Yeah. Now, I noticed that James Dolan's hand's in his pocket.
Yeah, both hands in his pockets.
So I
love her, though.
I like that the song...
Wait.
Oh, it's
You're
solo.
interrupting the goddamn solo, stupid. Back up a little.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, that was...
Fucking Christ.
I deserve that.
Do you think he was like, no, this is where I'll just take it?
Yeah, you sit out.
I got this.
Play the violin, hon.
Lay out, honey. I'm going to sing for this one.
You never meant to hurt no one. In the end, that's what you've done.
Oh. He's writing the lyrics. He's got to be writing all the lyrics.
I've never heard more literal lyrics.
They're the worst.
They're worse than David Brent. Worse.
This is worse than David Brent's band.
No. They're good.
Oh, my God.
I'll take Wesley Willis over this.
100%.
Get it off your chest.
I mean, there's teeth. I can't stop looking at them.
Why you still have one left? 'Cause even you gotta live with the things that you did.
Even you got to live with the things that you did.
It's true.
Heaven forbid. I just may. Okay? Should we get some hay down by the bay? What do you say?
Love it.
Should we book them for a live event?
Oh, I would love that.
That'd be amazing.
Just get them to do the theme song.
I want to do a battle of the bands with the face plants and then JD in the straight shot.
Jim and Sam are here.
Jim and Sam are here.
I love her.
And that means they are near.
Jim don't drink no beer.
But everyone thinks he's queer.
Nose.
No, sorry. You're right. We need to change a lyric on that. Oh, so you like that. And I also like that Better Find a Church. The music video is actually shot in a church. Yeah. Which is important.
Yeah. The video I sent you guys was Ballyhoo. It's like a live performance. And you got, all right, well, you don't have to watch it. I just thought you would enjoy it, so I sent it.
I mean, we can.
No, I'm not.
Well, you brought it up again.
Jim didn't send it to me.
I mean, you weren't on the. No, it was the live one.
Yeah,
there you go. The Belfast Empire music.
There we go. This one here?
No.
Right there. You like the live version.
I mean, that's the only one I saw.
Oh, okay. Did he do a good job?
Yeah, they said it sold 113 copies. I'm like, why?
How come the one reviewer said that they weren't worried about this band getting in the way of his day job?
Well, that was cruel.
Like, because a lot of times you go, oh, they own the team. They're not going to be able to concentrate on the team if they're going on tour all the time. But the person who wrote the review said that shouldn't be an issue.
Wait, now, hold on. Clinton, Alabama has a fair question.
Okay, what's going on, Clint?
Guys, I was wondering, y'all bringing back Keep It or Coaster? I wanted to put my vote in.
What's Keep It or Coaster?
What's Keep It or Coaster?
Y'all don't remember the old Jocks? They play a new CD, and it was either Keep It...
I like that.
Coaster?
Where's Dennis Falcone? We should get Dennis Falcone in for his musical opinion.
Yeah, let's get Denny in here.
Travis, give Dennis an old ring ding. Beep, boop, 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 beep, boop, boop. Get Robo Denny in here.
Won't be able to get rid of him.
I'd say keep it on so far on most of the JD and the straight shot.
100%.
Troy on Better Find a Church. Keep it or coaster?
You know what? Keep it.
You're going to go keep it. Why is that? Why do you say keep
musically, it was pretty good.
You think so?
Yeah, the girl is amazing.
She's great. And the lyrics?
I mean, not so strong.
Not for you.
He could have probably hired a a professional
To
lyricist.
touch it up a
Yeah,
little.
Yeah, punch it up a little, but
Hands in the pockets. I would have said, Jim, take your hands out of your pockets.
I would
It
have.
looks weird.
He could have sucked in his gut a little bit for the video.
It's a big. You could see it in this video too. He's got a big gut.
Yeah.
There's a lot to suck in. Travis, keep it or coaster?
Well, you know what? I was going to coaster, but then I saw the live performance on Irish Public Broadcast.
Irish Public Broadcast?
Yeah, and I got to keep it.
Wait, what do you mean? What's Irish Public Broadcast?
He was. They got booked on RTE1.
What's
the
RTE1?
Late Show? Well, if Troy just wants to,
Which one should we watch here?
We'll leave that open.
RTE1.
I want to. Yeah.
just search in YouTube JD Straight Shot.
We'll leave this video open, Troy, because we'll go back
leave it
to
open.
it. Yeah, we got to go back to Jim's favorite song, Ballyhoo.
And then what was the?
Just
Better
JD
Find a
Straight
Church.
Shot.
Yeah.
No, I mean you didn't search what I told you.
Oh, you're
right
Yeah, right there, right there.
Okay.
Right there.
But that was a little operator error. It would have gotten a little
no, it
quicker.
was
I
fine.
found it.
It was
I
Would have
found
gone a little quicker.
Oh, they're in
I got the
Ireland.
big intro.
Yeah, that's why they call it Irish. Yeah.
Jim cracked the code.
Oh, good. Dennis Falcone is here. Dennis, we're playing Keep It or Coaster. And I thought that...
Oh, it wasn't on.
Now it's on?
You know you
Hello.
Hi, Dennis. We thought that you should be here for if we're going to play Keep It or
game of
Coaster.
Keep It or Coaster.
Do you ever play Keep It or Coaster?
No.
Do you know what that is? Did you ever heard of it?
No, it was something different. It was called, I think, when the fans.
I've
would vote
heard
at it.
Smash or Trash.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I've heard play it or remove it from the library with Forever.
With Forever.
With
Okay.
Forever.
Yeah, with Prejudice.
You like James Dolan's band, JD and the Straight Shot?
No.
You don't?
No.
Would you
Why?
play it at a wedding?
No.
You still
Why?
playing R. Kelly?
What's that? Yeah.
So you'll play R. Kelly, but
It's
you will
almost
not...
a freaking weekend, baby. About to have me some fun.
Okay, he's still doing lyrics.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
So you'll still play Remix to Ignition, but you will not play JD and the Straight Shot.
No.
What do you think's more offensive? Bump and Grind or Ballyhoo by JD and the Straight Shot?
Well, Bump and Grind is a little.
Okay, Remix
Little
to
racy.
Ignition. Remix to Ignition or JD and the Straight Shot? What's more offensive?
I wouldn't play JD because
Have you ever
it's not
played
familiar.
Have you ever played Remix to Ignition?
Yeah, all the time.
Do you ever give him that toot toot?
Toot, toot.
That's gangsta.
What about that beep beep?
Toot, fresh out the kitchen, baby.
It's awful.
It's such a great song.
He's still doing the lyrics. Did you hear
It's a
about what's
great-
going on with R. Kelly?
Yeah.
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 You don't care.
Yeah.
You're not going to let that get in the way of good music.
No, still play with Michael Jackson.
People
You
are going
do.
to start booing
Of
at
course.
weddings and stuff. You'll be surprised. People are going to start giving you shit.
I don't know.
Did you hear at the
Don't know.
Did you watch the Michael Jackson doc?
I didn't see it.
The, Wade Robson was talking about his 7-year-old penis in it and what it was doing with Michael.
Right now, you're going to get more Michael played at the weddings.
Yeah. You
I
know
want
what
to see the live version.
well, I was just going to tell Dennis. They said in the documentary that Michael would like it when children spread their cheeks to show their anuses. Would that kind of deter you from playing Michael Jackson?
You know, last night, no, it would not. last night at kickboxing,
Yeah,
they
sure.
had like a theme night. It was 80s night.
Yeah.
They played so much Michael Jackson, it just turned up the energy. People
It
were
did.
like,
People
"Woo!"
loved it.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
People
Woo!
loved it.
People do not care.
People don't care.
No.
The R. Kelly thing is a little rough. The Michael thing, people have accepted. I don't think so, and they've moved on. The R. Kelly thing, I don't know.
They're
about.
going to get over R. Kelly. Guarantee it. Mark my words.
Yeah. No,
Dennis is already over it.
Oh, he's away.
No, because R. Kelly's alive. No.
Dennis likes that R. Kelly pisses on girls.
No, I just think it's a great mix with Flo Rida and Low. Oh,
You like that?
Oh yeah. Put
If
both
R.
of those
Kelly
songs
died,
on.
he'd be okay.
Just pump that.
Give it some time. It'll be okay.
Well, we're trying to turn you on to new music.
I'm not here to break music at a wedding.
JD and the Straight Shot, though.
No.
We're trying to get them.
They're good.
Jim and I are trying to get them to be the next big thing. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, I'd like to hear your opinion. This is them on the Late Late Show on RTE1 in Ireland. Is this Irish?
Yeah, bro, you don't know?
No, I don't know anything about this. Is it standard cable or what is it?
I think it's public access.
Public access. Okay.
And having performed with acts such as the Eagles, the Allman Brothers and Dixie Chicks, my next guests are looking forward to playing their own shows in Ireland this weekend. They flew in a day early to be with us tonight, and we're delighted to hear their particular blend of American blues with the new single,
Oh, my
Better
God.
Find a Church. Would you welcome, please?
Oh, they're doing Better Find a Church. That's our favorite song.
By the way, it must be so much fun to travel with Jim Dolan because you're flying private or at least probably first or business class international.
Yeah, but you probably got to listen to him and his ego talk the whole time about himself.
Yeah, this flight's taking a little bit longer than I don't care.
You're right, James. You got any more of those shrimp cocktails?
I have had to listen to you on JetBlue. I'd listen to him on a private plane.
I'm an entertaining guy.
Neither.
Shit. Troy, you could press play.
Straight shot.
No one is psyched.
No.
Because they don't know them.
Oh, look at him snap.
It's American Blues.
Better find a church.
The nerve.
Better find it soon.
You see him shut his eyes and really feel it?
Through the night by the light of a sinner's moon.
Ooh.
She has a nice voice.
She does.
Better find a church.
So does he.
Yeah, she's not the JD in JD in the Straight Shot.
And beg for a chance just to dance with someone who believes.
She's just sending him hate rays through her eyes right now. I hate you so much, James. I can't tell you how much I hate you.
No, the music and her voice are nice.
He's fine.
Music's good.
The live version's good.
What do you think of the lyrics?
Kind of hokey.
The devil gets worse. Better find a church.
I mean, do you think that he doesn't... Look at how... Did you see it? Wait, he's literally doing a David Brent face. He's biting his lip. Like when David Brent thinks that something is cool on The Office, that's the face that James Dolan just made.
He just doesn't care. He has the money. He's a billionaire. He doesn't care what you think.
He's so desperate to be cool.
That's what it is. Yeah. He does care.
He's so uncomfortable in his own skin.
You can't tell me, Dennis, that he doesn't care.
He cares.
When the minute somebody says, hey, sell the team, he bans them from Madison Square Garden. He cares.
He cares about that, but
he wants people to think he's cool. That's why he's doing this.
Of course.
And I don't think he's cool.
Better find a church.
Well, we should listen to Ballyhoo, I think.
All right, if you want to.
Maybe I'm not giving him a fair shake.
That's good. That version was good.
He wants to be a rock star.
Great.
Huh?
It was great.
Yeah.
Being a billionaire is not enough.
Yeah.
No.
I've said that before.
How would you know?
No, because in my thing I have a giant globe and it says the world is yours. It's in my living room.
Oh, that's so cool, man.
Thanks.
Every rapper in the 90s. This is what you were watching, Jim?
Yeah, he's putting on a top hat.
Why did you put on a top hat? That's stupid.
It's a blues thing.
Suit jacket, sleeves rolled up.
Oh, cool, man.
Business cash.
The other... Wait. Can you pause for a second? What just happened?
What was that?
What the fuck did he just say?
We'll hear it. Let's just enjoy.
I want to rewind.
Let's not be cynics.
What did he just say?
I don't know.
What's up? I think.
Because that sounded to me like sup.
Oh, no.
Yeah, definitely.
And then no response.
Is that what it sounded to you like, Travis?
Absolutely.
Because if he said sup, I would imagine everybody sitting there went, what?
No.
What did he just say? No, he couldn't.
What are you doing?
What the fuck did he just say? Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh.
Let me hear that. I didn't catch that.
Oh, my God. He did.
He went
Oh,
so.
no.
He said so.
Oh, please.
So.
It's sup.
It's sup.
No.
I really hope it's so.
Let's see where he goes.
If he says so, I'm okay.
He says so.
But if he says sup,
you guys are just anti-Jim Dolan. He says so.
Dennis, what did you hear right now?
I think he said sup.
All right.
Oh, that's horrible.
Sup.
I bet you a kiss.
I'm not going to do that bet. I'd lose either way.
I wouldn't. I would never say that. Sup.
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 Sup, party people!
No, I don't call people party people either. I hate that.
Why?
It's
fucking annoying.
So cheesy. It's annoying.
Garbage, yeah.
What do you call them when you're DJing? Sitting people.
No, just let's say we're going to have a good time. Dance. They know that's a dance floor. I don't have to say the dance floor is now open.
No. Yeah, see, Dennis is a good DJ. These DJs and guys like James Dolan are in the same category who monopolize the talk time because they have egos. They want the wedding to be about themselves. You are there to provide the music.
That's it.
That's it. You're there to provide the atmosphere, and the you don't even need them to remember your face at the end of the thing.
Just there to pump that party.
You're a good DJ, Dennis.
All right, come on, this is so.
Let's hear it again.
Sup.
That sounded like sup to me. Troy, do you have a vote in this?
Sup.
It's so, yeah, because he's about to say something.
All right, let's play it out then.
Play it again.
Rewind it back.
Sorry. Here we go.
Go on now.
Thank you for hanging in there with us.
They could have said so now.
It could have been so.
So.
I really hope it was so.
Everyone's talking.
Put the hat on.
No one is paying attention.
When you say,
they're probably trying to figure out what the next song is.
do you think? Yeah,
They are not.
do you think they're talking to each other, going like, "How great is this? Oh, these guys are so
of course
good."
they were. They're like, he's going to do the new one, and they're like, yeah.
I love these lyrics.
And his agent gets him bookings in Ireland. It's not bad.
Well, I was reading his Wikipedia, and it turns out that a lot of his bookings, he uses his influence and his money to get the bookings. That's what it said on his wiki. If you remember, it said that he
it's a lie.
Used his influence to kind of weasel his way into performing with famous bands.
Yep.
You don't believe that?
No.
Okay.
Put that top hat on.
And he did mention that they've been on a lot of soundtracks for TV shows and film, but every soundtrack of TV and film that they've been on, he has a corporate connection with.
That's probably because he gives them a discount on the music. It's probably more expensive, and he gives them a break financially.
But they would have bought it anyway?
No, it's probably expensive, so the other people didn't buy it, but he's like, I'll give you guys a break, so I like you.
And by the way, that's not hard to do.
Influence your way onto a soundtrack? Is that what Black Caviar did in Spider-Man?
No, my God, no. Yeah, but it's easy. You have like a service that just pitches who knows how much of the song they used. It could have just been like we used just an instrumental of our song on an iTunes commercial. So maybe the music's great. So maybe it was just like an instrumental part.
Oh, like they didn't even put James Dolan's voice on it.
That could happen.
Well, let's hear about it.
Yeah, because I've never seen any movies, and I'm just sitting there watching the movie, and all of a sudden, better find a church.
It's a nice song.
Is the title song of our record, and it is called Ballyhoo.
Why'd he put on a velvet top hat?
Well, watch.
You might wonder what a ballyhoo is, or you might think you know what a ballyhoo is, and you might know what it is, but for our purposes, a ballyhoo.
Why is he talking like that?
Was done out in the old western towns in the U.S. in order to get people to come out and see the freaks in the carnival show. The sort of ringmaster, whatever you would call him, would come out.
Why is he talking like this? He doesn't sound like the same guy that talks.
He's explaining that the ringmaster would be the ballyhoo would be to get people to come. But it's like a ballyhoo of lights.
But he's putting on a weird inflection on his voice. He doesn't have the same voice that he had on the Michael K show we just heard.
Yeah, well,
he's performing.
He's kind of talking like this and going, the ballyhoo.
He's not James Dolan there. He's JD.
There you go. He's
that's what JD sounds like.
Right.
That makes sense. Okay. All right. That's fair. Like Denny sounds a certain way.
Yeah.
Whereas Dennis Falcone.
Right. Like David Johansen is Buster Poindexter.
I see.
So it's two.
That makes sense to me. Okay. All right. Sure. I got that. Okay.
And he, tried to control them all in to come see the show and pay dime. And he made a big noise, and that was called a ballyhoo. And so I am now going to make.
What's okay? All right. That one was. I am now. Right. First of all,
he's blues, buddy.
Yeah.
Get into the blues.
People
spirits.
are talking.
They're not paying attention.
No, they are. They're probably discussing what a ballyhoo is.
I am now going to sing ballyhoo.
They're just there to hear the music.
Now, I know a lot of blues is improvised. Is that why you think he clearly did not write out this speech because he's just stammering through it?
Yeah, I mean, with hat on, he's having fun.
He likes to work off the cuff.
He does he?
Yeah. Rolls his sleeves up.
That's right. Doesn't mind getting dirty.
That's right.
I see. Oh, ballyhoo for you. That's fun. Should get himself a trainer. He's got all that money. Oh, no.
He's acting out.
No. I can't do it. Stop it. Stop. I can't do it.
Well, what? You afraid you listen to the whole song?
Dude, this is what you were listening to? I'm so glad that none of us clicked your stupid link in the text.
Time and time. I watched it over and over.
This can't be real.
It's real.
He's
being a carnival barker.
I know what he's being. He starts the song out crouched down.
Yeah, he's acting out. He's a performer.
Like he's down, like looking. And he
below the lights.
He just said in the speech,
step right up.
20 seconds ago, when he's explaining what ballyhoo is, he says the carnival barkers would try to get you there, the ringleader, and it would only cost a dime. And it's like, okay. And then the first lyric of the song is, step right up. It only costs a dime.
Yeah, let it go.
You're like, what are you?
I'm enjoying this.
You might have to rewind it because I interrupted it. But this can't be. This can't be.
Okay, here we go.
Can't be real. Oh gosh. Oh.
His kids are probably like, Dad, don't do that.
No, they're enjoying this.
Oh, here it comes.
Oh. So you've never seen anything like this man right through this door.
Oh, come on.
the girl, she's like, we're getting paid for this.
Her smile, the girl singer smile, when she looks at him, is so kind of condescending and like, you're a fucking idiot.
No, she's
dude.
enjoying
She's not.
his performance.
Every time he turns away, she's like, what is he doing?
No, he's not giving it a fair shake.
And then she's looking at him going like, I'm playing
Yeah.
your fiddle.
I can't help but notice that the crowd level has not gone down.
Yeah, because they're waiting for it to kick in.
Travis, you know how much this costs, right?
How much?
It only costs a dime. Step right up. And then he's like, on the floor, right through this door.
I'm disappointed that we found out about this on Tuesday and had Ricky in on Monday.
Oh, I know. I really want to. Next time he's in, write it down, Travis, because next time he's in, you got to remind
Ricky
us.
probably wouldn't say anything, though. He's going to play there, I'm sure.
Yeah, no. You're right. He probably wouldn't even want to make the comparisons. Oh my God! Did you hear what? Did you hear? I don't know if you
See
can hear
the
the
wolf
lyric.
man running wild.
He says, "See, have you ever seen a two-headed child? See the wolf man running wild."
Yeah, it's carnival.
I mean, does he have no? How could you be a billionaire with no life experience?
Well, that's what happened to the carnival. Two-headed child or a wolf man running wild.
He just has nothing to write about. I don't think he's ever been to a carnival. There's no wolf man and a two-headed child.
No more. No. Maybe at one time there were a sideshow.
Yeah, but I mean, the bearded lady.
I never saw Siamese twins at a. Well, no.
But you might say Siamese twins even.
Yeah.
But two-headed child.
Yeah.
That's not
or
a thing.
A wolf man running wild.
It just child and wild rhyme.
They do.
He just wanted to do that.
Just wanted to rhyme.
He likes to rhyme.
Yeah.
Come on, listen a little more.
See the wolf man running wild. Like nobody's into this.
I'm just surprised that some of the major bands like the Eagles or ZZ Top would allow them.
He owns the arena that they're in.
Still, I think
if Scott Greenstein wanted to come on and introduce you on your radio show, you'd allow him.
Yeah, of course, but it's a different.
If Scott Greenstein came to you, Jim, and he was like, "Jim, I want you and Sam to kind of bow out. Let me do the first 30 minutes."
If Scott wanted to be third mic, he could be
done. Scott, that was really strong today.
Yeah, good bit.
And you and I would both be like that girl, just like smiling, like, yeah, that's good.
Good one, boss.
We're just following your lead, boss.
Good one, boss.
Yep, that was good.
You
Good
know,
stuff.
But I think Don Henley would say, "No, who are these guys that are opening for?"
Well, maybe
us?
they're
No.
friends. I mean, I'm guessing they might even be friends. I mean, if you own the team and you own the Garden, you might know the guy for a long time. How long has he owned the Garden?
I don't know, but
It's a
also,
while.
like, I'm sure that there's money being exchanged. You want to just let the guy with the money do whatever he wants.
You think the Eagles are paying him?
No, I don't think that that's the direction the money's being exchanged in. No, I do not think the Eagles are paying him.
Okay.
No. I think that you got that one wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Come on, a little more.
He's got a lot of juice. I mean, he can do whatever he wants.
A little more
And
belly.
MSG's his.
It's MSG.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're coming to New York, like, you could play the Barclays, and they're probably playing the
You
Barclays
could.
too, but you want to play Madison Square Garden. And I'm sure that even if they go, we don't want to ban the Eagles from Madison Square Garden,
Can't.
all of a sudden it gets a little more expensive, the rent on the building.
Right. You can't ban the Eagles because they could do
No, but you can make
stadium.
You can make it tougher for them.
Sure.
You can make it more expensive
A little
for
more
them.
money. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Why is he making a face to the audience? Like there's this kind of eerie, spooky thing going on.
Ballyhoo.
Oh, is that what he's saying?
Yeah.
Ballyhoo.
Turn it up. There we go.
Audience, please take your seats. It's time that we bring out the freaks.
Oh my God. I can't do it. Audience, please take your seats. It's time for me to bring out the freaks.
That's great.
Nobody says that. He doesn't even sound like anything a Carnival Barker has ever said.
It might be the worst song I've ever heard.
You know, it's on my list. You might be right, Travis. That's a great observation.
Like at the moment, I can't think of a worse song.
This could be the worst
Jeremy?
song ever written.
You know what? This ekes past Jeremy.
Do you like Baby Shark? Do you know that song? Play the Baby Shark song.
Hold on.
No,
Let me
don't
get
play
the
Baby
know the
Shark.
Baby
No.
Shark song?
No, we're not
Hear
playing
that
Baby
lyric
Shark.
again. Go back a little
Baby
bit.
Shark.
Hang on.
Played the Baby Shark.
No, we're not playing Baby Shark. Dennis.
Maybe later.
Maybe later.
I don't know why Jim has to do this to us.
We're listening to it, enjoy it.
Sometimes I feel like Jim is like the wolf man. He's just running wild.
Absolutely.
And he's going around like there's such a mystique about him. Yeah. There's such a mystique about the carnival barker.
There is.
JD. What? What'd he say?
So big, right, Troy?
I can't stop looking at his teeth.
Why? Because they're so nice?
They're just like perfect and white.
You know, it's bad when there's like
me and Sam are.
It's bad when they're the when the black light's on.
Yeah.
And the teeth are just like shining bright.
He just like, I feel like he opens up his lips more to show them off.
I would.
So does he,
I mean, that's wealth.
Yeah, it is. He's showing off his wealth. You know all about that.
That's right.
Does he sit there and like write his lyrics really quickly and go like, oh, you know, a lot of these songwriters, it takes them forever to write lyrics. Not me.
Just flows.
It just flows right out of me. I was sitting there thinking about the Freaks and the Carney shows.
Yeah, I wish we had heard the. You know,
All of a sudden, he just left his head and go,
Thank you very much, KJ. You know, some people just don't have music in them. No matter how badly they want to be musicians, it's just not in you.
You know what? He has music in him. He loves it. He's a showman.
Do you want to hear if he's been able to maintain? Do you want to premiere?
I do. You damn right, Invisible.
You damn right. Is that what you just said? Are you becoming a blues man yourself?
Maybe.
Wow. Okay, this is the new song. It just came out. The album comes out. The album drops on Friday. JD and the Straight Shot, and the song is called Invisible. You ready for this, Dennis?
Let it roll.
Let's premiere it.
All good musicians.
Yeah, I have no problem with the musicians.
Come on, turn on the lights and don't be blue. Forget the mess, we got better things to do. It's true.
No.
It's nice.
This is the studio version.
This is nice.
It's on my mind to have a time tonight with you.
He said it rhymed you with you. Yeah. That's part of it. That was on purpose.
I would probably say he doesn't have a good singing voice.
You don't think so? You know singing voices, Dennis.
Hold on, you're ruining the experience.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. What is that? Was that a note technically?
He has the girl behind him.
I wonder if they're going to get on the Woodstock 50th anniversary show.
Are they doing that?
Oh, yeah. There's 2 concerts going on.
Hold on. Enjoy.
So let's forget the rest and disappear.
Oh, we're both here. Let's disappear. You like this. You're dancing, Jim.
I am enjoying it.
Why is he doing that?
Travis?
Sorry, I was lost in the music, Jim. Did you say something?
This is music to have your dog's ears perk by.
Oh, it's only halfway over. Jesus.
Look, we got to take a break.
Jim's going to be the kind of guy that buys a ticket to an Eagles concert just to see the opener.
Yep.
He just leaves.
Yep, you're damn right. I'll leave right after. I've seen Hotel California. Heard it.
Hey, do you guys have any JD and the Straight Shot t-shirts at the merch stand?
Yes, all of them.
yeah, still in stock. All sizes available. We got to take a break. We should leave this on. because Jim Jefferies is coming in.
That's right.
And we're looking forward to talking to him. Of course, you're going to be in Orlando this weekend, Jim?
Friday, Saturday. I fucked up before. I forgot it was 8:18. I thought Jim was coming at 8:30 instead of 9:30. That's why I ran out and took my dump.
That's okay. I'm glad it's out of you. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be back with Jim Jefferies. Thank you very much, Dennis Falcone, the 70s menace.
Thank you, boys.
And we will take a break to the sounds of JD and the Straight Shot with Invisible. Why are you doing this?
There you go. It's a nice song.
Are you going to put this into the rotation?
Can you believe that it was actually in the system?
No, it wasn't.
I swear to you.
Why wouldn't it be? It's a good song.
Probably a stock in Sirius or something like that. Scott Greenstein's going to go, guys. I hope you guys
lay off, guys.
You got to lay off. We don't want this, guys.
I don't want to. Sabbath's playing at the Garden. I'll lay off.
We should do a SiriusXM event at the Apollo with JD and the Straight Shot.
You think tickets would sell?
Well, it's a subscriber exclusive event.
Do you think people would put in for the employee lottery?
They would probably open it up a little wider than usual. We're trying to get some celebrities to show up to the big JD and the Straight Shots concert. There it is. You better.
Is this true, by the way, with Pete Parker in Wisconsin, Georgia? It was with Parker in Wisconsin?
Let's find out. What's up, Parker? Welcome.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Hey, Parker.
This says, Parker, it says you're from Wisconsin and Georgia.
Okay, so I'm in the military, so sometimes when I'm move around, stuff will affect me in other states and stuff like that. And recently, I was prescribed ED medication, right? And a buddy of mine who I was talking to, who's currently stationed there, was telling me that a lawmaker there is trying to make it aggravated assault if you do not tell your partner you take ED medication before having.
What the fuck?
I see an article right here. It says Georgia Democrat draws up testicular Bill of Rights proposing a ban on vasectomies, consent to buy Viagra, and law that men who have unprotected sex could be charged with assault.
What kind of an asshole is this guy, Darshan Kendrick?
That's a female.
It's a price sarcastic thing about men.
It's in response to another bill.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see. So they're not actually trying to get this bill passed.
No.
They're trying to show the lunacy of another bill by switching the gender roles around.
Okay.
I see.
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So it's a kind of a sarcastic thing.
It's in response to a bill that would make abortion illegal once a doctor is able to detect a heartbeat.
Right.
That seems a little...
so it's like, hey, you want to control women's bodies, we're going to control men's bodies.
Okay.
It's not a serious thing.
Right,
Yeah, okay.
I get it. Okay, thank you.
had me
for
panicked.
bringing that to our attention, Parker. Yeah, it does seem a little early. I mean, those heartbeats start beating pretty early.
They do.
Let's not... Because that's what happens. That's why people get so up in arms. Like, one side goes... It's almost like you have to pick either heartbeat or out of the womb. And you go, why can't we just find a middle ground we can all agree on? Why can't we just say, I don't know, the first trimester is all up for grabs, right?
Yeah.
Maybe, what about within, they say 12 weeks. You're not supposed to even tell anybody that you're pregnant for the first 12 weeks because it's it's a high-risk pregnancy still at 12 weeks. What about if it's such a high-risk pregnancy and you're not allowed to tell, you're not supposed to tell anybody anyway? Why don't we let women have the right to choose within those 12
There
weeks?
you go.
That seems fine.
How far is it now?
I think it goes state by state. I think it depends. I don't know what the federal abortion law is.
I think in Virginia it's 10 months? Or I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
10 months is very long.
10 months was it a fucking blue whale?
Yeah, 10 months
10
is way
months?
too long. I'm against abortions at 10 months.
Yeah.
I'm going to make that big claim right now. I don't know if that may make me alt-right, but I am against abortions at 10 months.
Wait, how many months?
10 is what Travis
Chip.
proposed.
I accidentally said 10.
Yeah, but 10 months they've already had the baby.
That's actually a good point, yeah.
So a month in, you're saying that Travis is taking a tough stance. You should not be able to go and slaughter it in the bassinet.
Right. What Travis is saying is right now the law, I think he's saying in Georgia, you said? Georgia, is
you
that
can
right?
go in there and hanger hook it while it's laying there with a bottle.
Well, some governors are okay with that.
You have a month, Travis is saying, after the baby's born to kind of just figure out whether this is for you or not.
Yeah, to grab it by the legs and swing it.
Right. You have a trial period.
Well, yeah, if you don't like, if it's crying a lot.
Look, we give you your baby for 30 days. If you're unsatisfied in any way, bring it back. No questions asked. Then they just bury it in a hole. Good thought, Travis.
Sell it on the black market, according to Alex Jones.
Oh, that's what they do? They don't actually kill the babies? They sell them on the black
That's what
market?
he said on Rogan.
Fuck. I hope they don't do that.
Selling babies on the black market.
They shouldn't do that. I'm against that, too.
So they get $500,000 a baby. Then they harvest the organs.
So the black market kills the babies and harvest?
No, they say that the baby, they killed the baby, and then
the Democrats kill the babies.
No, whoever, I don't know, whoever's in charge, the hospital. or
The
whatever.
hospital kills the babies.
But they keep the baby alive, and then they.
How do they keep the baby alive after they kill it?
Well, they say they killed it.
Not really killing it.
No, they didn't. They just.
They're like, okay, we'll go kill it in the other room. And they're like, fuck
No,
them.
you keep it. You got to keep the organs fresh.
Right. But that's what I mean. They go, yeah, we're just going to take this baby into the other room and kill it. And the parents are like, okay, that's tough, but this is what we have to do. And then the hospitals are like, we just got this baby room over here. They're all alive.
Yeah, wait a minute. So how many people are in on this? They're keeping babies alive just to kill them.
It's just the doctors, half the nurses, and 3 of the janitors.
Oh, all right.
And then those are the only people that know, and they kind of keep it per hospital, I'm saying. And then they keep it under wraps. And also the people on the black market.
Yeah, better find a church.
And the Democrats that want to pass bills to keep babies alive, because so is the theory that the Democrats want to keep babies, want to keep late-term abortions a thing that you can do because the Democrats are in on the selling baby thing?
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the ones that are proposing that we should allow abortions to go on, after the baby comes out of the womb, right? This only exists if abortions are legal outside of the womb, correct?
Yeah.
Right. So the people that are pushing for those laws, one would go to assume, if you believe Alex Jones's theory, is that they're also involved with the hospitals.
If you believe Alex Jones' theory?
If you believe Alex Jones' theory.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know if I'm there 100% yet.
He was saying a lot of shit that was blowing Rogan's mind. There was a lot of stuff that...
Joe Rogan does a lot of drugs sometimes before his interviews.
That's true. That's a good point, actually.
Joe's on drugs.
Let me ask you this, Troy.
Yeah.
When you do a whole bunch of drugs, is it sometimes easier to have your mind blown?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe a little.
Yeah.
Maybe you're just more open, though.
Rogan's a smart guy, though. You know that.
He is a smart guy. He's a very smart guy. I mean, I love Joe Rogan.
Okay.
But what's that note say?
None yet.
Secrets?
Yeah.
And it's just between Reed and Jim.
Let's see.
Yep.
Secrets.
Oh.
It says, I'm thick.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Jeez. Check these thick thighs out.
Yeah, look at... I saw, because all I saw was 2 C's, and I was like, what word is that?
Yeah.
It was thick. We have Jim Jefferies coming in just a minute.
Where is he?
He's in the elevator. He's going to
Oh, he's coming now.
Yeah, he was on a red eye, so he just came straight here. Yeah. He's the Jim
he made it in quicker than you did on Monday.
Sure did. Because he cares.
What are you talking about? He's not coming from Cleveland. It's a completely different
the
flight.
airport's the same distance.
Yeah, the plane lands at different times.
Sure.
You think all planes just land at once? That would be...
They do. Yes, they do.
It's 9:40. He's already in the elevator. You were not.
Yeah, that's why the plane has fucking 30.
I was in the elevator.
Yeah, they all come to the airport at the same time. That's
By
how
the way,
planes work.
this is exactly when I did get here because we took a break early.
No, you were in at like 9:45.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
It's true.
Same time as Jim Jefferies from L.A.
Yeah. He had to come from a further distance.
Yep.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah,
The
it
planes in
does.
Cleveland don't go overnight because it doesn't make sense. It wouldn't be a red eye because then you'd have to take off at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
He beat you here. Just take the loss.
Yeah.
Move on.
He
Take
got here
it.
2 days after me. I beat him by a mile.
No, but you know what we mean.
Yeah, it doesn't make your theory makes no sense.
Is that in your head?
Can't get out.
And by the way, you keep messing with me, and you guys are going to have to watch out for when the freaks come out. It only costs a dime.
My friend
Can I tell you something?
Sure.
There's a good chance I'm going to go home and watch Ballyhoo again, and I hate that because it's so bad. Like I can't believe it exists.
That's how people feel about our show.
Yeah, but at least at least the guy that owns Madison Square Garden didn't say this is the radio show that should be on the air.
Wait, so you're gonna go home and watch it again?
I think so.
You know what it's like? It's like the room of music.
Yeah, you're right. I can't get enough. I can't get enough of JD and the Straight Shot. Like, if we made this show for a good portion of time into a JD and the Straight Shot tribute radio show, I wouldn't. If you guys were like, this is the idea that we're coming to the table with,
you'd be behind it.
Yeah, I wouldn't object to it at all.
No.
I'd say, yeah, I could see waking up every morning. What are you guys going to talk about today? We mainly covered JD and the Straight Shot.
What do you think of the video for Ballyhoo?
The live performance with the top hat?
Yeah.
It was very douchey.
Do you want to watch it again?
I do. I want to check it out again.
It's addicting.
Jim Jefferies is coming in.
Hello, James.
Jim, welcome, man.
All right, can I come straight on?
Sure.
Yeah, come on in.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just flew here.
Just got off the plane. I haven't been to my hotel yet.
Wow.
Well, thanks for coming in.
Yeah,
man.
welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, who talked about Jim when he was in? Was oh my God, Rob O'Neill.
Rob O'Neill, yeah.
And he mentioned you. He said you guys hang out. How do you know him?
Well, I met him. A friend of a friend said that he wanted to meet me, and I was like, yeah, I'll meet the guy who shot Bin Laden.
Yeah.
He's a good guy to go and drink with, because if you get into a fight in a bar, you're like, oh, fuck yeah, man. I got the guy who shot Bin Laden. I'll be all right in this fight.
Do they all know who he is or no?
He's the worst at keeping the secret.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, he came the first time I met him, he came over to my house for a barbecue, and I was like, I had all my friends before sitting around, like a few comics you probably know, but and I was like, okay, I'm not meant to tell you, all right? I'm meant to keep this secret. But the guy who shot Bin Laden's coming over, all right? Now, don't say anything, but, you'll know who he is, like that, right? And he comes over, and there's like 3 other sort of Navy SEALs with him who don't have as an attractive a girlfriend. And then this fucking ginger fucker comes over with his smoking hot girl. And then you're like, all right, that's the guy who shot Bin Laden.
Figured
right?
it out, yeah.
And so within like a few minutes, I walked up to him and said, hey, look, I didn't tell anyone, but I know who you are, and thanks for what you did. And then he went, what, did I shot Bin Laden? And then he didn't fucking shut up for about an hour and a half. Just kept on going on about it.
Do you think that they knew, like, after the mission was complete, they were like, okay, which one shot Bin Laden? Rob got him. Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's
the one guy that's going to...
pressing the T-shirt.
He was, because he went up the stairs. He went up the stairs to do it, and there was a guy in front of him. And then he opened the door, and then he dragged, because Bin Laden had 2 of his wives standing in front of him.
Yeah.
He dragged the wives off, and then Rob shot him. And it's like, man, that's the fucking difference between winning the lottery and not. Like,
I dragged Bin Laden's wives off of him. Yeah, nice story. But who's the guy that shot him?
Yeah, I opened the door.
He's the fucking Buzz Aldrin of fucking Bin Laden.
Yeah. First man you said to walk it? No, but I was on the same trip. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he's just an interesting guy.
Isn't it? What we did on the TV show, we did a field piece where me and Rob went out and shot some guns, and he taught me about different things. We shot a sniper rifle at a watermelon each, and at the end of the piece, we thought that would be a nice little ending. We both shoot a fucking watermelon or whatever. He missed.
He missed,
and he missed on film, and I think that he plays it off like, as a bit for Comedy Central. No, he fucking missed, man. And then, like, we show that one that he missed, and then he walks over and he goes, yeah, and he starts looking at it like, oh, maybe the alignment on this one, because he had another go, missed again. And I was like, why don't you have a fucking go on my gun? My gun works. Missed again.
Wow.
It was maybe... I don't know. He never got it. It was like 4 or 5 goes in the end.
How far?
I just went up with a shot. Not far. These guns can shoot like a couple of miles. This thing, like I ran over and placed the watermelon and ran back. I don't know, 200 meters.
Is it possible that he just got lucky with the Bin Laden thing?
I think maybe he's not a sniper. He shot Bin Laden pretty close. He was in SEAL Team 6.
Right.
The guy's the real fucking deal.
Yeah.
I always think that's weird, because I met one time I went out drinking with him, and there was like a few other members of SEAL Team 6. What do the other SEAL teams do? What are the first 5?
Yeah, I'm a Navy SEAL, SEAL Team 6. No, Team 4.
Yeah.
Team but 4. still.
Team 4, we're craft services.
So was you with the Team 6 that was with him or other members?
The ones that were with him, when I say SEAL teams, it was like 3 or 4 guys. It wasn't, the whole the whole team, but I've hung out with them. I also once went over to he rang me up and he said, I'm drinking with a friend called Charlie, if you want to. It was fucking Charlie Sheen. That was a surreal.
You hung with Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen and Rob O'Neill and me all got hammered over at Charlie Sheen's house once, yeah.
Wow, how was that?
It was all right. I was the most sober person there. I remember thinking, it's like Charlie had his girlfriend there and stuff. It was just them all telling stories. There's not much more to the story than the fact that I just name dropped with no story.
Well, Charlie
That's
Sheen,
the worst way to do it.
Charlie Sheen and Rob O'Neill definitely have better stories than a comic. I mean, I would much rather. I think Charlie Sheen probably has the best stories.
It's one of those ones where you sit down, you shut up, and you just go, okay, well, you tell me your tale.
Because you realize, as you're sitting there with Charlie Sheen and Rob O'Neill, my best story is sitting here with Rob O'Neill and Charlie Sheen.
This is my best story. It's happening.
Yeah, this is happening right now. So I'm going to let you guys carry the weight on this one.
Yeah, he's got a lot of baseball memorabilia. That's a lot.
Yeah, he loves baseball.
Yeah,
right?
like loads of fucking some contract that fucking Babe Ruth signed or some shit hanging up on his wall.
And he just had one girlfriend with him.
He did. Yeah.
You mean Charlie?
Yeah, Charlie.
Oh, I think Rob O'Neill.
Charlie's
obsessed with baseball.
Yeah, Charlie only had the one girlfriend. That was after Brie Olsen and whoever that other one was. They were long gone by that stage.
Yeah. The 2 point Brie and the other girl were like his 2 side.
He was
porn
the
girls.
goddesses.
Yeah.
Remember
the goddesses? That's what he called them. Yeah,
that was that whole era where. What happened with him when he was just doing that winning and all that type of stuff?
I think that's right after he tested positive. I'm guessing that's not long. after.
No.
That was before.
He tested positive way afterwards because those girls all of a sudden they got tested on TV. See, Brie Olsen claims she doesn't like. They all got tested afterwards.
I thought Tiger Blood and all that shit
was
about.
Before.
No. Tiger Blood's something to do with Apocalypse Now and.
Yeah,
I didn't realize
he
that.
started doing all the winning stuff and completely changed. He did the winning stuff as he was leaving whatever the TV show
you're
was.
right. Yes.
Two and a half
men. Yeah,
and it was one of these things. I've spoken to a few people that worked on that show, and they reckon he always showed up.
Right.
Yeah, and they reckon that's why they couldn't really pin him because they were like, oh, his car's been pushed off an edge of a cliff in Malibu and he's taking cocaine every day. They reckon he showed up every day and knew his lines and fucking that was why they couldn't really fire him.
He's a pro.
They went, you're a bad person, but he was the one on set that was fucking delivering every time.
Right. I'm doing the job asked. I can do it. And when I'm not doing the job, don't worry about it.
And the character was playing a deadbeat.
Right.
And so it's like,
I thought the show was better without him, just like Roseanne. The Connors was much better.
You like it better?
Absolutely.
Yes. Is the Connors still going? Is that still?
I haven't heard a real buzz about season 2.
I think it's still on, but the only reason I think it's still on is because I haven't heard that it's off.
I like now that Roseanne's just cutting loose. She's just going to airports, going, there's no Me Too. Like she's just gone like full.
Well, now there's nothing to lose.
There's nothing to lose.
You put her in a position where there's nothing to lose, so she's going to just sit there and say like, Me Too is bullshit. This is ridiculous.
The thing about the Connors and Roseanne, that show, watching it now, I don't think they used to do it in the past. Is like every storyline is like, this is stuff that's going on. Roseanne dies from opioids, and one of the kids is transsexual, and then
topical.
Everything's like, that's the world, right? We're doing the world.
Yeah, it's not really telling stories. They're just like, we want to represent the world we live in today.
Yeah, the world that's happening.
So it feels like it's not an older show. They want it to feel like it's happening right now.
Yeah, but somehow every issue is taking place inside one household.
Yeah, that's important.
We're also calling it the Connors. These people, you look at the picture of them, they shouldn't be living together.
No, they're all old.
You should all have your own homes.
Right. You see your family maybe once a year.
It's because now it's basically Grandpa's house.
Yeah.
Right? Now for another episode of Grandpa's house.
Yeah.
And then we all seem to visit at the same time and then just leave. No one's even living there.
Yeah, let's all move in. He lost mom, so let's all move into Grandpa's house. And then it's been 2 years, and you're like, get out.
John Goodman's just like a bag of skin now. He's just
He dropped a lot of weight, right?
He dropped a lot of weight.
I don't know, man. These old people that lose weight, I guess it's healthy, but they all end up looking 80 years older. Like they all look like geriatric when they start losing this weight.
You got to lose the weight young, otherwise.
Yeah. Yes. Like Clinton looks horrible.
Well, because the skin has no elasticity. It just kind of fucking sits there.
Rich Clinton.
Bill.
Oh, Bill, right.
Both, but Bill looks worse.
Like you see Bill now and you're like, oh my God, is he sickly? No, he's very, very healthy. What?
How old is he?
He does look like he's recovered from something. He'd be tipping 80, surely.
72.
Is he 70?
I think he's 72.
Exactly.
You never want that when you're 72. He's only 72? That's a shit thing to hear.
It's like my grandmother, when she died at like 73, she looked like she was fucking 100.
Right.
She looked like death.
What'd she die of?
Oh, just old age or something. It wasn't like a stroke or anything. She just never looked healthy, you know?
Yeah.
My mother's thought she was dying a whole life. She thinks she's dying.
This is it. She's not doing well.
The thing I found out about over the years, I used to like tell people like, "Oh, my mother's really sick. She might not pull through." I was like, and then there's nothing wrong with her. she just tells people she's dying all the time. She's like 77. She's going to live. I'm at the moment. I'm putting my mother into a nurse. I'm not putting my mother into a nursing home, but I'm paying to. My mother's going to a nursing home, and that's a fun little thing to do in life because I can't. You know, she can't move in with me. I live in America. She couldn't even fly. And also
Why can't she fly?
She's too big to fly. She hasn't been able to fly for years. Get blood clots in her legs.
Oh.
She couldn't even go to her son's wedding across the country. You know, she hasn't been able to fly for. I've offered to fly her out to America and stuff like that. But and also she just hasn't moved for many years.
How big is she?
Well, at her peak, she was well over 300 pounds, but now she's a bit small.
That's not that big. I mean,
yeah, we're used to watching those like 700-pound life shows.
No. But for an Australian, that's a big person. For an American, that's just a healthy, jolly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she couldn't travel or anything like that. But now, so the Australian government does this thing where you got to pay like $600,000 to put them in the nursing home.
Wow.
And for a good one. And what happens is after they die, you get it back, but they gain all the interest and stuff like that, right? So there's a little bit of an outlay. So you know, they could sell their house and do it, but I'm gonna do it. But there is like $100,000 option, which isn't quite as nice, where you share with about four.
But
and I've been holding that over ahead of it. I'm going to do the 600,000, but I'm just like every time she says something mean about me, I'm like, oh yeah. So which home are you looking at? I've got this other brochure here. You might be interested.
And can you theoretically move her out?
No, I won't.
But while she's there,
I could in theory.
Right.
What's the difference between the two nurses? What's a $600,000 nursing home and a $100,000?
I think you get your own room. And you get probably in Sydney, you probably get a nice view of the harbour or something like that.
I would hate having to share a room in a nursing home.
Yeah. That's what she said. This is my mother. She said, she goes, if I have to share a room, I will kill myself. And like that says everything you need to know about the woman. That she rather than have company, she would rather be dead.
Well, imagine getting to that point in life. You live your whole life. You figured everything out. And at the very end, you have to go back to just living in a room with another person.
Yeah, but what if she met like fucking her B. Arthur and she golden girled it up towards it? How old do you reckon was the youngest golden girl at the beginning of the season?
66 or 67 is a total guess.
Like early 50s.
Yeah.
Callahan was early 50s.
I think it's way younger than we think.
Yeah, way younger. Like I have exes that are now that age. You know what I mean? Like early 50s. Rue McCallaghan was. Yes, we're living out our golden years. I feel like even like over 50 communities.
Yeah, she was 53.
53.
Oh, okay. So wait a minute,
when the series began.
How do you?
She was 60. She was only 60
when it ended. How do you break it to your mother? Or does she say, "I want to go to a nursing home," or do you have to call and go, "Look, you got to go"?
Well, she fell over too many times. It was like we gave her a life alert necklace, and she was falling over on a weekly basis, and the ambulance was coming. And the ambulance was like, "We can't keep showing up. This is okay." So my brother gets married, and I said, "Look, I'll fly my dad out to the wedding." And I said, Mum, I'll fly you out if a doctor says you can. Otherwise, I'll pay for nursing to come over to the house every day and check on you every couple of, And she goes, oh, no problem. So I pay for this nurse. And fucking the nurse left, and within a minute she decided she'd go to the bathroom for something, and she falls over. She falls over fucking naked, and the nurse isn't coming back for 4 hours. So, but she eventually when the nurse came back, the nurse couldn't lift her back up. and they call an ambulance, but the ambulance knows that who she is. And they're like, oh no, Carolyn's fallen over again. and they go, give her a book to read or something like that. We'll be over in an hour, right? And they go, no. So in that time, she's laying naked on the floor. She just rings up during the wedding, like, I want to see what's going on at the wedding. This old woman with her tits up around her fucking head, laying on the porcelain floor, going, it's a lovely wedding.
So after a while, you keep. My mother fell recently and broke her shoulder replacement. Once you're a certain age, you just keep fucking. There's nothing you can do. Every time you fall, it's a major problem.
You're just falling over. Once you can't get back up. I bought her one of those chairs where you hit a button and it helps you stand. That's your last chair, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. There's no other chair after that. There's no other bit of designer furniture.
How does that work?
It's like a transformer. So it sort of like goes, so it's all like flat. So the seat's there, the back's there, the bottom's there. Then you stand against it, you hit the button, and then it folds back into a chair.
Oh, okay.
There we go. There's a version of these chairs that help you stand.
So it almost like tips you out of it.
Yeah, throw you out.
It throws you out.
Yeah, it's like an ejector seat for the living room.
And then you're like, I'm up.
Is it that hard to get up? I guess it is.
It does eventually.
Well, not for you, but
no. But I mean, when you're old, is it that hard?
to also 300 pounds.
I have a sofa in my house that's very low, and then like sometimes I'm like and I do that rock back and forth before I get the momentum.
Yeah, I wish this chair could get up for me. I don't understand why I have to put the effort in.
Yeah. That's it's what the old people do is they fuck up houses right before they die. Right before you inherit the house, there's like
put a whole bunch of old person.
There's a fucking bath with a door in it, and there's like a railing that goes up the stairs.
Yeah, the chair that like
fucking Soprano's mother.
Wasn't that great? Remember when Janice was getting fucked from behind with a gun, and you just hear the chair coming down from the stairs. They have to quickly put their clothes back on.
Hey, congrats on being an American citizen.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was fun. When you do it, it's my ex was Canadian, and when my baby was very little, I said, you should probably get it done so that so that someone else is American in the family. And I remember because Obama gave a very good he was a good talker. Obama gave a good welcome to the country thing is America, and there was and then they play "'Cause I'm proud to be an American."
Yeah,
there's people crying and shit. Right? It's very sweet, and but then I don't think Trump rehearsed his "Welcome to America" speech. I don't think he had a writer come in or anything.
He just I'm going to wing it.
Yeah, but it's a recorded thing. It's it gets shown every week when people are fucking doing this, and then it's just so you swear in and congratulations, you're an American. Everyone hugs and cheers. And they go, now a message from the president. He's like, really great, really fantastic, fantastic, just great, well done, great country, amazing country, fantastic country, and then he goes. There was some line that he says, maybe not assimilate, but he goes try to act like us a bit.
So this isn't about bringing your culture here. So forget all that. We got what we're doing.
We did it once. I got sworn in on the show, and I also did the official one where you go to it's like a warehouse, a convention center. There's thousands of you, 3,000 of you, and then another 4,000 friends and family watching. It's a big auditorium. Sure. They give you a little flag. Anyway, so then they give you a certificate, and then this is with outside. There's a whole lot of Mexican people that may be illegal. Selling you frames, hey, you want to put it in a frame, right? And so you're all right, I'll buy one of those frames of you for $5.
How long did it take you?
What, the actual ceremony?
The process.
Oh, from beginning to end, it took about 18 months. I had my green card for 8-9 years before that.
And that was because you came over and you were doing gigs, you were working.
Yeah, I think I got sponsored by HBO back in the day, and I had enough gigs in the diary and stuff like that. You're paying enough taxes and stuff. I applied a few times to get the green card before I eventually got it, and then I had the green card maybe 7 years. You can have it 5 years before you actually do it. And a lot of people just keep getting the green card renewed, but I thought, I have an American child and I like living here, and I thought, I might as well fucking do it and feel like it. Also, it's nice to be able to commit crimes.
They can't throw you out.
Can't throw you out. Every time I had like any drugs in my pocket, I was like, this could be the end of me. But now it's just like I'll go to court, the rap on the knuckle, I assume. I don't know. I'm carrying kilos constantly.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
But so they give you this certificate, and like I remember this sense of pride where I'm like, wow, I got this fucking certificate. And then like I had to travel soon, so I had to go get my passport. So you go down to the post office, and the certificate you fought your whole life to get. And then the lady behind the counter is just like, okay. And she just takes it off you. And then you're like, you're going to mail that back. Can I have a copy or anything? Oh, don't worry about it. All right. And so they don't, and I go, how long will it be? They go anywhere between a few weeks and 2 months. And so like the 3 weeks come around, you're like, still haven't got it. And then they delivered my passport to me. That came, and that just came in the post.
Right.
Not like fucking no special signing, just sitting in my mailbox. Like I'm mildly famous. People can figure out my mailbox is just outside. You could have fucking reached in there and grabbed my passport.
Sure.
It's just sitting there. But then the big one was my certificate came back like a month later. Like I'd given up hope on ever having my citizenship certificate again. I was researching how to get another one. And then it was folded and rolled up and shoved into my box. So I have this very creased... Because I was like, when I brought it home, I was like laying it
pristine.
Flat, like, this is beautiful. It's got like a little fucking gold certificate lilted thing on it. And then now it's all shitty and crinkled up because my postman's a cunt.
And you had no arrests or anything like that before you came down?
No. I have a clean record.
That's good.
Don't know how that's worked, but it's...
But it is.
I haven't done nothing really. I've done nothing bad, really, really bad in my life. I don't think that deserves... I've done things where, where you go, like, you're taking drugs or gone over the speed limit or things like that, but nothing too serious where I think I'm a bad person.
Simple irresponsibilities. It's a lot different than being a menace to society.
Anyone who says they've never broken the law, that's bullshit. You've never broken the law in any way. You've never gone over the speed limit.
Jaywalking.
Every single person. I defy anyone to say they've never broken the law.
Yeah. Well, listen. The Jim Jefferies Show, Season 3, premieres next Tuesday at 10:30 on Comedy Central. That's amazing. You're going to be at the Mirage in Las Vegas Friday and Saturday. That's amazing.
Friday and Saturday, that's always a fun gig. That's always good.
Yeah.
Are you under control in Vegas or no?
What do you mean under control?
Is it a difficult place for you? Because if I go to certain places, I act worse than in other places.
Oh, so I behave myself. I take my girlfriend.
Oh,
just to make sure.
Yeah.
Because then you're accountable.
I become very Cirque du Soleil in Vegas. I'm like, we have to see a show. Because I know if I see a show, I'm behaving myself.
Right. We have to do things that'll fill the time.
I don't give a fuck if it's Celine Dion. I'm seeing something. Because my shows are at like 10 p.m., so I can always catch an early, like, fucking Beatles love show or something else that's in the casino that you wonder at. I think I've seen, because I'm in the same theater as Terry Fader.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've seen that fucking ventriloquist a couple of times. He's all right. It's all right. He's more of an impersonator than anything. I have a weird thing for ventriloquism where I kind of like it. It's like a guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
I know it's stupid to fucking come with a puppet who's acting like his lips aren't moving, but you go,
it's entertaining.
It's entertaining.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's pretending it's two people, but it's really just him. And I understand.
And then when you see the lips move, you go, oh, that's Otto and George was one of my favorite fucking things ever.
Yeah. Well, there's always something. I mean, I'm always interested in ventriloquists. Like, why would you? Jeff Dunham too. Like, why would you need that puppet to kind of block the attention away from you? You want all this attention, but you want it to go through the puppet.
Yeah. What was it in your childhood when you bought the first puppet?
Right. And then at what point did you go, no, we're going all the way with this?
Yeah. And also it's not just like it should just be about the jokes, but then they go, oh, now I'm going to drink water. while I'm doing it. It's like, it might as well, like, because I know a guy in Britain who used to do the puppets and stuff like that, but then he just did ventriloquism, but just got rid of the puppet. Just did his show without his lips moving.
That's amazing.
It's like creepy, but it's like, he's got no puppet.
But you got to be like the best at it, because the point about having a puppet is if your
Distract.
lips move a little bit, it's okay because people are hopefully looking at the puppet. But if there is no puppet, your lips can't move an inch.
No, I just think fucking. Would we all be angry if the lips moved? We'd be all right.
I prefer if they don't, but again, with Otto, you didn't care.
Yeah,
But if there's no puppet, you're like, what if the lips are moving? You're going, well, why are you trying? Just move your lips then.
Yeah, Otto, like tried, but it's like you could tell
he got a little caught up in the moment.
Yeah.
But it was fun with Otto. I never.
Also, his puppet was so dark; its brains blew out the back.
Yeah, the Kennedy. Dealey Plaza. You're very salty.
It was great. It was great.
Good
Well,
seeing you,
everybody,
Jim.
man, really good
thanks for
seeing
having
you.
me, lads.
Everybody, watch the show next Tuesday.
We've got lots of cool field pieces. I travelled around the world doing all this stuff for the show, so hopefully people enjoy it.
Awesome, man. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, JimJeffries.com, and of course at Jim Jeffries on Twitter. And the show is 10:30 on Comedy Central Season 3 this Tuesday, or March 19th.
Yeah, Jim, we'll see you next time you're around.
Thanks, lads. Thanks for having me.
And we'll see you all tomorrow.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.